probably still a thing.
Listen, how come Ezra could do some kidnap shit in Hawaii and get a role
Just gets away with it.
for seasons?
Billion.
Yeah,
reasons.
right? Now, hold up.
Billion reasons.
Now, brother from Creed assaults a lady, allegedly, and Disney finna drop this nigga.
How long ago?
Just happened.
Oh, that's not good.
Didn't he get in trouble?
You hear
for
what I'm
like-
saying?
Wasn't he like
Well-
getting drunk a lot at bars and like causing scenes and shit?
Who
for a while?
doesn't?
Both.
What famous person doesn't get
Nah,
drunk?
yeah.
and
Both
start
Causing
yo,
scene,
both
yeah.
terrible situations. But I mean, if
It's
you
inevitable.
if you were doing
It's
if you did
happening.
it back in the day, rules were different.
Hey,
And today, a lot of people, there come
Oh.
some of that bullshit that you did back in the day is rising up.
You
But
know
you
who this actor
definitely
is.
don't want to do it yesterday.
you know who this actor is?
Yesterday,
You remember the-
somebody gonna see you. Everybody got a camera.
You remember the movie Never Back Down or not Never Back Down? Whatever the fuck movie was on Netflix that Jay-Z directed or some shit that you told me to watch?
Oh, with the cowboy thing.
Yup.
Yeah, that's great.
That nigga. The main
Oh, yeah,
character
yeah.
of the movie with the thing on his head. Assaulting women.
What are we supposed to say about it though?
I think he should get another movie.
Oh,
Since Ezra Miller got 6
no!
seasons.
You can't say that, bro.
He didn't. You don't even know if
Why
he
do
did
you
it.
think you should get? You personally think? So wait.
If you're gonna make it even,
So he allegedly did this, or he was 100% convicted of this?
so far it's on some alleged shit.
All right, so who knows? But if he gets convicted of that shit, would you say
If Ezra Miller
he
got,
better get sequel?
I better see him in all villain shows now. You better be the villain all the time now.
shit.
Yo,
Castle
if
Bang Bang.
Ezra Miller,
He was in whatchamacallit?
he's in the Marvel
was in-
joint.
no,
He was
that-
Kang the Conqueror. He was the Creed
in
3 bad
the-
guy.
What is the black pilot brigade? What was that name of that? Oh, what's the name of
Top
that?
Gun?
No, what the
That's the White Brigade.
Top Gun.
Just get
Not Top Gun, no.
Listen,
Yeah, I was gonna say
Tuskegee-
Top
it's
Gun.
not
The
Top Gun.
So
Tuskegee.
it's not all right. One down.
Tuskegee.
Tuskegee. Yeah, it's not ringing any bells.
Really?
Tuskegee?
The Tuskegee Regiment. It's terrible. I'm doing the disrespect to the thing, but it's the Tuskegee Airmen,
it up.
which is like the first full group of African Americans in the thing, and then yeah, he was in some.
It's like a group of fighters that are black.
Was he in the Tuskegee thing?
I don't know. He was in the movie
was
or
a
not, but
Tuskegee
I
movie.
know he likes to assault women.
He was in some sort of pilot movie.
So, listen, I don't think he's gonna get in trouble if Disney drops the man for this, while Ezra Miller's in the DC
Disney
universe.
drops mad people though. Disney has you can't be a part of Disney if you're not on point.
I feel like
just
none
like
of them niggas
Google.
in-
You want
who
to talk
in
about
Disney's on
Google?
point?
Google never lets nobody on the
Yo,
first page.
Okay. So he's bitching that this guy did fucked up stuff. Do you think that Johnny Depp should be able to like be Jack Sparrow again? After
Sure,
all this shit
yeah,
that he's
absolutely.
done?
Hell yeah!
Absolutely, he didn't do shit.
That's what I mean. I think it's funny.
He didn't do
It's like, oh,
nothing.
you were
That's
drunk.
not the same thing though.
She has you recorded while you're drunk. Ah,
You
yeah,
did,
it's not
listen,
good.
y'all both
He
did some
didn't do
stupid
anything.
shit to each other,
and she was
And
wild
you're just
too.
airing
Who
it out.
gives a fuck?
and y'all just airing out, and you don't want to lose money.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it, but either way, y'all both dumb. They was both stupid as fuck.
That shit was a
ju-
waste of
You guys talked about this before. I
only
think,
one
I
of their
Probably.
times, I would say. Wasted Johnny Depp's time.
Both of them, bro. She exposed
Nah,
herself.
she
shouldn't have did
had
that shit.
time. She had time. She thought she was gonna get a bunch of money, and now she's fucking sued for. I don't even think he just sued her for the court costs. Or
Bro,
whatever.
she's in the courtroom thinking she on set, nigga. She
And
thought
she
it was a
lied mad
joke,
time.
and you look stupid in front of people.
She lied
You-
and had her. It was she was showing her own videos and lying about them.
You gonna have to
It's
start
like you
a-
were there and you recorded this, and you're saying what? You're tripping, yo.
I didn't watch
Bugging.
much of it, but I definitely like. It's funny that you would know the highlights from that court case.
Listen.
It was on all the time. And that's
was
the other
on
thing.
all the
Well, with my job, I think at the time, like you probably weren't at a computer like every
No, I wasn't.
moment. At the time, I'm at a computer mad times, and he's on his phone mad times.
Facts.
So the updates is like
I
boom,
see
boom,
it,
boom, and
yeah,
you'd be
yeah.
like, you know what? Let me
Let
watch
me
this
just
real quick.
let me just watch
And
this
you're like-
one. and it's like a hot. No,
And
no,
they
it's
threw
funny.
it in the
No, no, no.
news.
I always thought it was funny with those videos because there would be like it was a fucking show. Like there'd be like, this is what previously happened, and then it would
that's
be
how they do everything. That's how they do
Last
everything.
week on the trial
yeah,
of
yeah.
Amber
Like
Heard,
I thought
Johnny
that
Depp.
was funny too.
Yeah,
that
that's how they do
immediately
everything.
became like a thing. Like, oh, this is basically just a
People
show.
love problems.
It's a good
Yeah.
show. Hey,
Problems are
I
entertaining.
don't have cable. I just watch people. It's pretty damn funny.
Yo, and would you say that whole trial was really just about Johnny Depp being like, this is how I am. Like, this is, all right, she's got recordings. All right, I was drunk. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't, you know what I mean? And it's just funny that that's why I think he does deserve a little bit to be like, all right. Like if we're going to judge you based on the things that, like, you know, happened, like, we should, you know, like, the bad of the bad didn't happen. Like, you didn't do that crazy
Yeah.
shit. Like, you did some weird shit. You
Do
know what I
some
mean?
weird shit.
Yeah,
So
and,
did
like,
she.
you're airing it out
So
there.
did she.
So it's like,
She did what? She shitted on his bed or some
man,
weirdo
see,
shit?
that's
Listen,
Yeah,
weird.
doo-doo.
Why would you say that?
that's not a crime.
Doodle on the
No.
That's not a
bed.
fucking crime.
It's just a story.
But
it's a good story, dude. Like
it's
you were saying.
makes
It's
you
like-
seem.
it's just
Now
good.
you gotta ask, how many times did Johnny Depp doo-doo in the bed?
Mm.
He didn't doo-doo at all.
See, if it's got to be 1 and
And
1.
he didn't
Even
like-
Stevens.
And was there
Just like the Ezra
was there a
Miller and
video?
the
Was it a video or a picture? I don't know. I can't remember.
I don't remember all the
Either
details.
way, I'm sure that she took it.
And
it's like
Like,
you're
oh,
taking
she
a
took
picture
it. She
of
took
your
that
own
shit.
doo-doo in the bed. It
Wow.
doesn't matter.
You can't do that.
How do we get over here?
And plus, it's a whole thing. Yo, if you had this, listen,
How you feel about
if
it?
that shit happened to me and or you,
Uh-huh.
it wouldn't
Give
wouldn't got that far.
No.
At all. They'd be like, get the fuck out of here, man.
The
Just get a
only-
divorce or
yo,
some shit.
The only way you would really get, like, maybe lose your job is if you're like, it comes out that you're like beating your wife on a daily basis,
Yeah.
and it's important to that. You know, like,
I mean,
a lot of
like-
industries are like, they're
and
like,
it's
well,
not
are
the
you?
60s.
No, no, dude,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Like, you'll.
That was a
And
thing
he's
back
suing,
then.
and his
The
shit,
fuck?
because they're both so big, his shit was, he got fucked out of
like
Deals
opportunities.
doing
That's
it.
basically
Like,
what-
didn't he? And
His name was
so
getting shitted on, bro.
She,
like,
Literally.
like,
Oh, she was shitting on his bed,
falsely-
shit on his name.
shitting on his name.
Shitting on him.
Shitting
Did it on him.
on his
Shout out to Nicki
name.
Minaj. Did it on him.
And it was defamation.
Yeah, they got crazy. Yeah, well, that was
Of
the
his
whole thing.
name.
Yeah, that's
In the
basically-
bed.
Basically, he
What's
was-
the other word?
Like I said, yo,
For pooping? Not defamation.
defecation. goddammit.
Defecation.
So,
Defecation.
yo, I think that is funny though, because
Suing for defecation.
Defamation and defecation.
They're closely
The
related.
defamation
You're
of
shitting
defecation.
on the name.
That was actually
Bars.
good.
Bars. Shitting on the. Yo.
Jay-Z,
Yo.
you heard.
Jay-Z
He's really good at doing that.
probably said
like,
that somewhere.
triple
I
entendre
think Lil,
shit.
Lil Wayne probably said that shit somewhere. I don't know.
We'll do it in the lab later.
I think I don't
Figure
know.
it out.
I watched another Johnny Depp movie. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, okay.
You know that's not one of those things that made me lenient. But if Ezra Miller, you kidnapping Hawaiian kids and doing some funky shit, that makes me not want to watch your fucking TV show anymore. You know what I mean?
Or whatever you do.
Or whatever you do, dude. Even though I thought you were a good actor and I used to like Flash season 1 and 2, just hearing about that, you did that shit in the past. You get a role, you don't get slapped on the wrist or none of that weirdo shit. You know
What's
what I'm
his
saying?
name? Jared
Jared, what?
from Subway.
Oh yeah, he's a wild one, bro.
How to ruin your life 101.
How
Exactly.
crazy. We all loved him. We were like, you know
Get
what?
popular for losing weight
I want to get smaller pants too.
and do crazy shit. You can just get away with it.
Eat some Subway, and then it's like, what are you doing, bro?
How did you get here? Like, how did we get
Your
here?
your
man?
house is rated. You have a ton of pedophilia shit. What?
Yeah.
You kids got to hug that motherfucker. What? But whatever. He got eaten alive. It took him a while though. He didn't get caught. Like he didn't do it yesterday and get caught today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah, let me see if I can
yo,
find a
word
second one.
up. Do we have any topics? We ready?
I don't even think we did an intro.
Anyway, let's
Yo,
do the
I mean-
intro.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep all that shit anyways, because I'm not.
We should all freeze, and he'll just put that part.
We can cut it
after.
in. We can edit the shit out of it.
Wait, yeah, hold on. We was already talking about shit. Pause.
Pause.
It's your boy EGOE.
Yo, it's your boy CK all day.
It's nice and loud. M squared in the building with us. I got you on volume, dog.
Triple threat.
It is
Waterly. We gotta.
He wants to do that every
Every
time.
time he wants to be the last one, and then calls
and
bitches.
And then
when
calls
he's done doing
bitches
it.
like, do your ears don't bleed? Pussy. Like, Your decibels are high,
bro. Push your
I gotta put your mic down when you want to.
Go! Oh, I love that shit. Come on
All right,
now.
clip back to where
Come
the fuck
on
we
now.
were.
No, just
All
let him
right,
have it. That
back
could-
to
that
where we
could be the
were,
beginning.
whatever. Wherever the
We
fuck-
were talking about.
We were talking about Johnny.
Nah, let's
Sorry
get off
about
of that.
Johnny
Let's get
Depp.
off of that.
Yeah,
Your thing. Your
listen,
thing.
Johnny Depp make those movies. Ezra, get the fuck out of here.
Ah, damn, Ezra.
I just clicked on it now.
The ketchup.
I'm not really saying either way. Like if he can.
Listen to this. Remember, this is another quote. Remember the time Ezra Miller arrested at 2 different parties assaulting people, then the next day released attending the third party.
Okay, what's up, homie? Sorry,
Oh,
I
and the other
punched you in
dude's name
face.
is Jonathan Majors, the brother from Creed and Never Look Back or whatever that movie's called.
You only get in trouble if you get caught.
Oh,
If
they
somebody,
caught.
if
And
somebody
the only way
sees
you
you
can-
do it, if somebody complains, if somebody, whatever, rats you out, whatever it is. So there's especially if you got bread, yo, shut the fuck. Here's
This
the
is
money.
what I'm saying.
Shut up.
Read that. Take the phone. Read the top right there.
Fuck outta here.
You can read it out loud, bro.
Is that what we're
We
doing?
got an
now?
audience.
Oh,
What do
we
you-
better start getting paid for this. How much y'all gonna bet Jonathan Major is actually gonna lose career and respectability compared to how Ezra Miller's still gonna be living and breathing?
How
Living
wild
and
is that
breathing. What
shit?
the fuck is that supposed to
Well,
mean?
that's a little wild at the end there.
Jesus Christ,
Kill
that's
him.
crazy to say.
Kill John Lennon.
Why is this?
I watched
You
too much
both
TikTok.
did terrible things. You did. Nobody died, but you did terrible things. You're gonna affect a couple people's lives doing it.
This might be a dark take,
No bueno.
but
No bueno.
I'm playing the super devil's
But
advocate.
you got some bread.
I'm playing super devil's advocate.
But if you
right
got
now.
some bread,
devil's uncle, Uncle Devil's Advocate.
Closely related.
all right.
At what reason? This got to be a genuine reason.
Money.
Would you need to assault a bitch?
Ooh, to do it.
To assault a bitch at a party?
Oh.
Say you at a party.
Okay, I like this devil's advocate.
Ultimate devil's advocate. Because I would never
Yo.
assault a bitch.
Never.
But
Yo, if you're coming
if the
at
stars
me,
aligned a certain way and God was like, assault that bitch, I might.
yo, if you're just talking and slapping, I'm good. But if you pick up a fucking bat or a brick,
Yeah, and you're like.
But why?
That's just being
fuck
So
violent.
it's
I-
like,
I
all
didn't
right,
mean
hey,
it
like
listen.
that, like,
if
it's
if
totally
she came at you with a weapon, listen. If a bitch was gonna rob me,
yeah. Unless I'm
Night, night.
I'm fully trained.
if she was robbing me gunpoint or some
Oh,
shit,
yeah, no, he's gonna immediately go back to everybody should just know kung fu and we should.
Yeah,
have
yeah,
guns.
yeah.
I mean,
And
come
he's
on.
like, going to it. I
Yeah,
see him
yeah.
going to it
You don't
already.
need a brick.
if
This
she
is the
robbed you with a
brick.
gun, he's like, whoa, no gun laws.
This is the
She
brick.
wouldn't have a gun if she was robbing me, because in
like-
this country we don't have.
But
guns.
yeah, no, like yeah, definitely. I wonder
If she was robbing you gunpoint,
what gassed you up. What if she was
She
just
put the
saying
knife to
all
your
the
back.
negative things that he ever heard in his life,
oh,
in
you
his
think she
ear.
just said some like see that?
and he's like,
That's pretty good.
He picked
I'm
up the
not
home
gonna
run
do that.
bat from fucking
I walk
Super
away.
Smash
I
Bros.
walk away.
Yeah,
But
listen.
Some people can't do that.
some people can't.
Some
Yeah.
people can't do that.
Some
I think
people-
there's nothing a woman
And
could
then they
say.
black out and they're like, I don't remember.
There's nothing a woman could say that would make me want to hit you. I don't care about, because remember, we had talks about this and you said, like, these are just words, man.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, these are just words.
Words.
You know what I'm saying?
Pussy old words.
how you feel about that, nigga. It's just words, man. And I was like, all right, I understand now. There's nothing you could say that'll get me boiling point.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say. I don't care if you talk about my family situation, my life situation. I don't care. I don't care what you talk about.
Just don't pick up the brick,
Don't pick up the brick.
the knife, the gun, whatever the fuck.
If they, yeah, nothing verbally, whatever.
And if you're lucky,
if they
I
pick up
just
a weapon,
disarm you. I might fucking use that goddamn thing.
yo, just do this
He
move.
goes back to it. He's like,
And they
Kung
flip
Fu
over.
counters gun. Kung Fu counters gun.
I caught you,
Yo,
Rit.
yo, hold on. Remember you were talking about how
got
like
the Zen.
no. Remember you were talking about how horror
We should
games
go
need to be
Sweep the
funny?
legs.
Have patience.
What? Why are you pointing to the tree?
I'm pointing to the tree. That's the whole
Why?
point of this tree.
Oh, the patient.
Ridiculously. It's a bonsai tree. Yeah.
Yeah, what that had to do with the assaulting though?
Of
Oh,
course,
I hear what
obviously,
you're
the
saying.
devil
Yeah.
advocate,
The
you go on the
escape route.
one
Nah,
way. Yeah, it's like,
yeah.
I'm I'm gonna go home and trim my bonsai tree. That's all I'm gonna
Not
do.
only trim it, you fucking.
You know what I mean?
Jimmy, he just
You
made
are
that up.
choking
He
the
just-
shit out of this tree.
I miss my bonsai tree. I'm out.
You're like, bend. Bonsai tree's like, I'm not supposed to bend this far. Bend. Stay put this way. Dude, actually, the all right, for the audience or whatever, what we're looking at is this setup of a bonsai tree being prepared to be bent into shape or whatever the fuck.
Like
Yeah, there's a bunch of wiring involved because the guy kind of explained to me basically, but
You weren't really paying attention the whole time.
it was years ago. And it's
Well, it
just
depends
like,
on what you want. You could just let it rock like that,
Yeah.
to be honest,
That's what
and
I
it's
do.
still considered
was
the
kinda
bonsai.
skinny.
But
But you
if
got
you
to-
want to get into the artful part
you
of
gotta
it,
like restrain it so that it doesn't
Yeah.
become ginormous.
yeah, you always gotta trim
You know what I mean?
it, and
he's
feed
like,
it the
this
right
is
way.
it's almost like a replica of a giant tree in mini form. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like I'm like you're getting like mini. I don't know my trees, bro. Mini pine tree seed? Is it called mini pine tree
Maple,
seed, or is it just
pine.
a pine tree seed? And he's just
Oh,
like,
seeds
it's
are all
just pine
seeds.
tree seed. It's supposed to get this big, but since we're doing so much into fixing the environment or keeping it very specific, it'll only
Grows in a
get
certain way.
it grow a certain way, and then
That's pretty cool.
to correct the branches, because the branches will grow as branches do, out of fucking control. You have to keep that certain way so it all keeps a certain shape and it looks like a certain type of art. This one that he got here is just like a straight.
I love
feel
it.
like I should take a. I
It
can't.
was super cool.
I feel like you need a lot of
We can
space
take a
for them
picture
to
later,
look
and you can
good.
throw it in.
Yeah. I'll just throw a picture of up on it. when we
Yeah,
do
this
the
is what we're
editing.
talking. Throw it right in here
So
while
you
we're
see what I'm talking
talking.
about. I gotta get that guy on to have him talk about that. shit.
Yeah,
That'd
we
be
need
cool.
him. Where you at, bro?
Fuck, what were we just talking about? Oh yeah, beating up women. Don't do it.
Do we have to go
Don't
back
do
to
it,
that?
Don't
bro.
do it. You know how they get
Yeah.
that DUI
Yeah.
sign that says you
Defend-
can't afford it?
Yo, defend yourself, but
Don't do it.
in general,
Perry.
if you know for a fact
Perry.
that you can no problem handle this human being that's in front of you,
Yeah, no.
you need to not
be around that.
not do that.
Be around
Walk
that.
the fuck away.
Walk off. Walk
block,
hard.
whatever. Don't, because you gonna in
I
trouble,
don't know,
bro.
How do we know this shit and we regular degulars, but some famous motherfuckers don't get it, or they just think they could do whatever they want?
What again?
There's more cameras on you, stupid.
Again,
said
what
that- yeah, you
if
said
you
that
throw
before.
in that element? Because you don't even need this element. Because there's a lot of stupid ass pussy old boys out there.
A lot of them, bro.
That's all they do. There is no love or respect for like any
Nothing.
level of woman. But
They're
you got
everywhere, man.
you got some cats where you would think it's in there,
Mm.
and maybe they were raised that way.
Mm.
But you got that bread,
Ah,
and then maybe you got this person that's threatening your reputation, or maybe you a sneaky
Yeah,
fuck and
in-
they
in
about to
that case.
expose your ass somehow.
Yeah,
Whatever.
for
stepping on a
something.
nigga ego. That's the
Yeah.
most thing that I think a man sparks off.
And
If
then
a bitch steps
but
on his
you think
ego.
about that, you're like, man, like, you know what? I could eat this and say fuck it, or like, I'm gonna lose millions of dollars, dude. Do you know what I mean?
I guess that is the big difference there. Where like
I'm gonna
me-
lose all these
see,
contracts.
Mm.
You
I'm
said
gonna do
before
whatever.
about
Unless you
how,
got a team, then clean up. Ooh.
Of lawyers
of lo-
that
yeah,
are-
yeah,
Lawyers
that's what I was
that
thinking.
are of
Managers, whatever the fuck.
that are of
then-
certain
and you throw 'em
culture.
more, I'm gonna
Like
spend a
it's
million. and
basically-
save
yo, no,
20.
just think about it. Think if what he was doing was just paying people off. Like he was been doing this.
Do you know how many
for
people
who knows how
probably
long,
did?
and
You know
he's
what I
just
mean?
probably like you're saying, just
I
like,
don't
oh, here's
doubt
some
it.
money. My
We don't.
bad, or
I guess
whatever.
obviously we don't know the whole truth.
You don't know.
But is that a possibility? Absolutely.
just the scenario? Yeah.
Word
Look,
up.
remember when Jay-Z was getting his ass beat in the elevator? He didn't do nothing.
He didn't. Who cares about that?
I'm just saying.
Who cares about
Is
that?
that not an
shit?
instance where a chick is
He
hitting
did
you?
do something.
He didn't hit her back or anything,
Oh
bro.
no! Oh yeah!
That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Okay.
He
I
do
was gonna say.
nothing.
I was gonna say.
He was getting his ass beat.
It's like he just like walking in the elevator and then Beyonce or what's her name?
Solange, bro.
Solange kicked in.
She fucking hit that
shit.
nigga with the
But yeah,
crouching
yeah,
tiger,
no, it's
hidden
like,
dragon
Yo,
technique.
listen. If Jay-Z wanted, he probably could have obviously did some what? But that's what? I'm a bajillionaire.
Yeah, exactly. Like at this point, I have all
We got
this money.
time for
This is
this?
my point. When you have the
And
money,
you-
why are you still making
And he
these
knows he did it dirty.
thoughtless?
He knows he did her dirty.
made a
so
whole-
he's like,
he made a whole
was
album
I
about
bet
that.
you for every moment he's walking around with both of those women, every moment
Scared.
he's just like waiting for it.
He's fists are clenched like Arthur in the meme.
There's an album. There's an album out about it.
It's an album. I made it. She made one
produced
about
the
me, and then I had to make one to say sorry.
He's just like,
Jesus.
That's actually
who's
another-
going to dinner
Yo,
with us?
that's-
Oh, shit.
That's another good example
All
of
right.
a famous couple
shit.
that like.
And he's just like in the bathroom. Just gonna make sure.
Who's coming
Block
in?
it.
Family? Oh, shit.
His bodyguard, he's like, I know I gave you the night off, man, but you gotta go. Like,
Please.
he's like, I can't mess up my
Not-
fortune.
no.
And
Not
he's
tonight.
I think he's
Not tonight.
I believe he's a bigger man than that.
What,
for
what's
sure.
his homie? Dame Dash? Dame Dash needs to come back, bro.
Oh, shit.
That needs to come
He'd be
back.
like,
rescue me.
It's just getting wild out here.
Dame Dash would say some crazy shit though.
I like Dame Dash,
He would
man.
be
I
like-
like him.
He would be like, "Who you think?" And then he'd call up Solange and be like, "Yo, listen, he's gonna be in the bathroom at such and such time." Catches that.
He's like, who's your high school bully? I'll give that bitch $1 million right now to fuck you up. Dame Dash. I'ma film it. It's gonna be in the next music video. Stop playing
I'm
with
gonna
me.
put it on my channel.
Playing
my
with
TV
your
channel.
boy.
I'm gonna put it on my TV channel.
Entrepreneur. Speaking of entrepreneurs, this is a joke that goes around because you got a lot of people who have podcasts. Like, there's a joke of men podcasts. We're not one of these jokes because I don't fucking try to give nobody advice about your life. If your life, listen, if your life is shit, it's your fault, nigga.
And if you hear
Right?
some dumbass advice,
That's
you
Listen,
don't have to.
don't listen to anything I tell you.
non-disclosure.
Dig yourself out of your own bullshit.
Don't
But
fucking listen to
you
us
got
like
some
that.
podcasts where it's like brothers like this, and they're just like, let me show you how I made $1 million. You gotta wake up, start your own business 3 times a day. Fucking wake up before the birds crow, but you go to
way.
sleep or yeah, it's ridiculous.
they, like,
it
don't
sounds crazy.
sleep. I
They
know
don't
exactly
sleep.
what you're
You know,
saying.
they sound crazy. What about your diet? Eat every day, once a day. What? We don't got time. You have
That's
to
the
be
bare
a,
minimum. You won't die.
you must think of a new business and make content 15 times a day. Nigga, I got a job, bro. Fuck is you talking about? We don't do that shit. We not those chasers, bro. Those is dream chasers. Those is not even lucid dream chasers. Those is
Are you mad at them?
Yo, what do you?
cats?
Okay, yo, that's.
no,
good.
no,
What
I'm
do you- so
not
what do you
mad.
think?
I just say like
I mean, he seems pretty fucking.
It's
mad.
one way to go.
this is how
about it.
this is how I do it.
It is
Shit
a
that pisses me off.
it
right?
is a path. I feel you though, but it is a path.
Look,
I
you
was
trying to
just-
give people financial advice? Fuck no.
No, you just talk about it.
Fuck. Listen, if you
Like,
know,
this is what I do.
if
What
you
do
don't
do?
know
All
about
right.
like,
I'm not saying we can't touch on.
don't put
financial
all your
advice.
eggs in the same basket type of shit
Oh, I
knowledge.
get what you're saying.
But
Like,
listen,
Nigga,
no
what
matter
the fuck?
Dude,
Yeah.
there is no. This is a weird way to say it, but I'm gonna say this: there's no singular way to get. I don't want to say all goals, but there is no single way to get an unbelievable amount of goals. There is no one fucking path.
Nah, you're right.
There's just some are faster, some are slower, some are safer, some are more dangerous.
It's risk and
Some
reward
are more,
type shit.
yeah, risk reward. Like,
You know?
what you want to fucking do?
What you wanna
got
do?
the bread? You want to go that way? You want to suck a dick in the alley?
Get that startup money
I was like,
today.
yo, my brain was like, what is he gonna say? What's he gonna say now? Where's the fucking analogy?
All you gotta do is suck like 10
that
dicks in the alley a night, and then if I do the math right, that's enough to start the fucking.
Why does that conversation always start there?
Bro,
I'm just
this is
saying,
what it
you gotta put
sounds
the
like to me. This is
extremes.
what it sounds like
We
to me.
talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the extremes.
All day, son. Pow. This is what it sounds like
1
to
to
me.
20.
This is what y'all talk about. I think the school system should do a better job at teaching financial stuff.
Ooh. I think the school
And
system needs
people
to,
shouldn't have to rely on going on like podcasts and listening to people about financial advice and shit like that.
And don't just listen to one. Just because you have one.
Yeah, listen to everybody's
One-
shit. By the way,
No hating on no podcast. Because I mean, like, some of y'all are trash.
dude, I
but
done gotten advice from
some
podcasts.
but listen to it. Like, if you hear something that intrigues you,
Yeah,
right?
You'll listen to
do
it.
some homework.
Okay, listen to it. Yeah,
you'll just
do
listen
the
to it.
homework. Don't just listen to the one.
Yep.
Especially I'm gonna listen to this guy on the podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe he has whatever. Maybe he has no fucking credentials, but he's successful. No credentials other than being successful.
That's
he has
the
no,
best type of
But
person.
he's
There's a
got-
lot of them,
But
bro.
I'm just
Hey.
saying, yeah. But he doesn't have no license. He doesn't have no degree.
They're everywhere.
He just whatever,
talks
and
that
it's
good
like,
talk.
yeah, he talks a good talk,
He's
and,
so-
and
Charisma high.
it's a way.
He-
It is a path.
No.
It is a way.
Yeah.
He's that
But
dude.
I would say, check with a regular motherfucker
Yeah.
that you can physically
really
see.
did it?
Like,
Who
in
really got
person.
credentials? You know what I mean?
Yeah, who got the license?
Like same way.
Check with 5 other motherfuckers. I mean, it's whatever if you're just trying to get a bag. It's something real quick. But if you're
But is
trying
that
to
true?
do
No, like, is that
housing, mortgages,
Yeah.
any type of large investment, you need to and fuck even buying anything.
We
How
are
do
now
you- how
giving
do
out
you-
credit. We're now giving out financial
How do you
advice.
Yo,
save
is it a need or a want?
your money and build your equity? Anyway, let's get
Need
off of
this?
that.
Yeah, here's how you do it. Figure that shit out on your
Figure that
own
shit
time.
out. Yeah.
Get off of this.
Don't
shit.
listen to one motherfucker.
So don't listen. to
Do
him.
some homework,
Do some
bro.
homework, man.
Hear
People will
'em
take you
out.
for a ride.
Take some risk.
People will take you for
All right,
a
it's
ride.
okay. You take a loss. It don't matter how many times you lost.
And then you're stuck.
You only gotta win one time, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You only got to lose. Well, you got to
No.
lose a lot to win,
You
but
go-
no,
it
I hear
don't
it.
matter how many times you lost. You only gotta win one
Once,
time,
yeah.
motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For it to be dub. Got the you could you go to the Olympics and lose all the time. It only worth
but
it.
you got the Olympics every time.
It's only worth it if you ever clutch that dub.
Yeah, that first time.
When you get it
here,
once,
here,
you're
yo,
good,
real-
nigga.
So, what do you think of the people that are so good at that? Like, they're good at being that alpha. I'm going to convince you to do anything.
Yeah.
That they're like pyramid schemes are like a thing where they just are like, hey, I know how to do this thing.
They
And
found
if
a
you
path.
give me a whole bunch of money, I got a great idea. And then
Yeah.
they get all these people to just be like, all right, I'll give you $100,000 to start a factory. And they're like, thank you. And they just disappear.
They
They're
got
like,
motherfuckers who do
like, and they get,
seminars
yeah.
for $2,000 weekends.
You pay them.
You pay them $2,000 to hear a motherfucker
Stand
do a
up there and talk to
motivational speech
More
on the
than that.
weekend. No, they do a lot more. They just events and all
Oh,
this
yeah.
shit.
No,
There's
yeah.
definitely a lot more going on, but still, you're literally paying $2,000 for someone to tell you shit,
Stay in a hotel and listen to people talk.
to
you
tell you, to
about
teach
what
you
should
shit.
do, yeah.
You could learn that
And then,
shit.
and then so that's $2,000. Maybe
Learn it.
like
Learn it. That's what I'm saying. There's,
Yeah.
motherfucker, go to a library.
If you got like 50 grand
There's a book on it. I bet.
and this dude is legit
and they, yeah,
and it's $2,000 to go see him, I better get a dinner. I better get a dinner.
I better get a steak dinner, motherfucker. Stop playing with me. I
But
want no macaroni
I'm
and
gonna
cheese.
spend that $2 to go
Princess
listen to
over
hear what
here
he
needs to be
says.
spoiled. He needs to.
Nah,
needs to have that
2,000.
one
And
job.
even if that fool says dumbass shit, then you're like, all right, I know a certain better way, and I'm glad I heard the dumb shit.
It's the people who are
But
like,
either way, you could take something from it, positive or
Exactly.
negative. You could take something from it to build up. If that's your,
hey, stepping stones,
that's
baby.
the path.
I think that's the idea.
Knowledge is king. You can never know it. There's nobody that knows everything. Nobody.
The wisest man says, "I know nothing" or some shit, right? Whatever that
But he
fucking
knows
phrase is.
nothing.
Yo, I think
A
that
wise
people,
man knows he knows some stupid phrase.
Nothing
no,
or
I know-
not
I know what
enough.
you're saying. Like, I think it's funny that people like they just get that much money from so many people and then they do nothing with it, and then people are like, "Can I have my money back?" And they're in like Jamaica.
And you're like,
Oh wait,
you didn't
I'm
know.
talking about like
you
this
didn't
ad,
know.
this hits
Yeah,
home.
yeah,
That's like
you
this.
didn't know?
This might hit home for one.
That's him on the beach after scamming people in a pyramid scheme. Oh, you didn't
Yeah.
know, really?
You
What do
didn't
you think I
know,
was gonna do with
bro.
this? Where do you think I was gonna go with your money?
Damn.
You serious?
Damn. I'd be like, damn.
If you could get away with a pyramid
you really
scheme,
needed
though,
all that?
would you try to do it if you could get away with a pyramid scheme?
I'm sure I've been
Just
a part of
just
a couple
assume it's not
pyramid
illegal.
schemes.
Gotta
just,
be.
just assume ethically
That it's not
that
illegal.
it's not illegal.
It's not illegal. It's illegal.
Do you think you could be that person that like
Hell
yeah, oh
yeah.
yeah, hell yeah,
Hell
to,
yeah.
to basically
What if we're all winning?
Exactly.
well no that means it actually works.
I've never
and
lost
that's
from
the
a
point of
pyramid
investing.
scheme.
This is
Well,
part of the
you just
pyramid
gotta
scheme.
know when
I'm
to
just,
get out.
I could be
Like-
just saying that we all
Yeah.
winners.
You gotta
Yeah.
know when to get out.
We in there, baby.
If it ain't working,
And
you're
you're not.
spending too much gas or some shit. Like you're putting too much. You know,
Oh my god.
that was a sweet, whatever
we-
I got.
we
Sweet
all
little
done
bag that I got, but this
fell
was
into
getting
some
shitty.
pyramid scheme, man. God damn.
I'm trying to think of a good example of one that works.
You got someone who could be like, I'm a workout coach guy. I'll give you some money. I mean, no, you give me some money, and I'll put you on a personal trainer, but online type of shit. I'm never gonna actually see you, but they'll give you some more information that's secret for like $20.
Undisclosed location.
You could just
Banks
look
are
that
kind of a
shit up.
banks are kind of a pyramid scheme. Insurance companies
Banks are a pyramid scheme.
are pyramid schemes.
Yo, insurance companies are rough to talk about because of how much that's
Ooh.
entangled in
Can
healthcare.
we talk about? Well, what I'll say is like the model. Obviously, we all three know that what you do, the way to do it. Like you're not. Let's say I'm not really paying my employee. Let's say I'm the man. I'm the top.
Aight.
Right? I'm not really paying you. You just got to go out and hustle them and take a piece of whatever you make. Right?
Mhm.
Boom. You're making a couple bread off that. And you set limits. Yo, you got to do like 5. All right, now. We're doing cool. You're doing good. I want you to get 3 more of your friends. I'll give you an even bigger percentage of what you're getting.
It's the pyramid
And then
part
you can get a piece of what they're getting.
It's
And
the
I'm going to get a
pyramid
piece
part.
of what they're getting.
too.
And now we're all, and now tell all 5 of them cats that you got,
That's how it works.
get me 3 more each, and I'm going to give you this bonus. Even if you get 1, even if you go 1, 1, 1, 1, as long as you're at the top of the totem pole, because you could turn it into that.
Yeah.
If you're at the top, but like the pyramid is stretch it out. Give everybody incentive, but you're really not paying them.
You know what's funny? That's how like regular jobs are. Like if you really
Oh,
think
yeah,
if you think
absolutely.
about it in
True.
that way, like you could be like, oh, I have a pizza place and I'm gonna get all the profits. They're all coming to me, and it's like
That's the
this is why
economy.
I'm only gonna pay you $12 an hour because that's how much you're worth out of like a month. So that's how they think. You know what I mean? They don't really look at it like, oh, you're getting $78 a paycheck. They're like, how much does it cost me to fucking
Go on
yeah,
this
employ
golf
you-
trip.
Or no, employ you. No, how much does it cost to actually keep you here per week or per month? And then it's just like this is the only money
How
I
much
want to
does it?
spend on.
How much does it cost? Fuck that.
That's
How much do I want to pay your ass?
yo. You want to know a crazy?
Hey, yo, you want to come work for me? $10? Oh, you in? Sweet.
That's on an individual level. But
Yeah,
you
yeah.
probably have multiple employees. You're not thinking
that
about it
too.
individually. You're just
And
thinking
then
like,
But you put it out there.
you're
You
thinking like,
can-
all right, $2,000 I can put to employees.
You
So
can
who's
put-
getting?
Yeah,
how are we
yeah.
fractioning
Yeah,
this shit out? You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
That's what I'm
2,000.
saying.
You
Yep.
make $2,000 a week, or you could afford to pay $2,000 a week.
I can afford to give out
It's
$2,000
but
to other
maybe
people.
Maybe I'll just give out $500 a
jobs are.
week.
That's
It's
how they
just that
be,
it's-
bro.
it's
You know what I'm
at a small
saying?
to big
It's like
scale, that's
a
how it
little
works.
agreement of it. You know what I mean? But they're
kinda
all
funny.
different though.
It's a give and take. You got to be smart, but pyramid schemes everywhere.
Well, no. Well, and the other thing is it's totally different in a way because we're still benefiting from it. So like Eric said, like that's kind of like the if everybody obeys the agreement when it comes to a pyramid scheme, it actually works.
If it's a good
that make sense?
product,
Yeah, if
Like,
it's awesome,
if
we
some
all
one
benefit
person-
from it.
Yeah, if some one person just takes the whole thing, to me that's a pyramid scheme where it's like, haha, later. Like you said, like how did you not know I was gonna do this?
Oh,
to you?
yeah.
Like are you kidding me?
like I said, like if you come
Like
in
staring
like
him in the face.
I'm
like,
at the
really?
top.
if
Yeah.
you
You
if
don't
you're-
dream about doing this when you're at the top?
I
I'm
think
doing
like
it.
the chillest kind of pyramid scheme ish
It's
is
the
a-
structure.
the regular
Yeah,
job.
yes.
Like you
Yeah,
have
the
this,
ladder, bro.
You have this
Yeah, yeah.
shipping company. Everybody's getting paid well. Everybody has good benefits. Everybody is
I see.
giving out good stuff. The people at the top are the reason they're up there is because they're coming up with the ideas. But you have to,
Or
you
they're the
need-
OGs.
you
They've just been there the
need-
longest.
you need human beings to go out and do the shit.
Yeah.
So it's like as long as you could keep all that cool word up, but that's still a level. But then you got the jumps that are like, yo, come in here, and I'll give you a piece. Ain't no hourly, but you gotta get on your hustle. I ain't giving you no hourly.
But that's the base, bro. That's to me that's like the status quo version of it. But if you're a
Yo.
business that needs to see change immediately, like you need to see a plus in revenue very quickly, you
Absolutely.
shouldn't hire on that basic scale because you're
Okay.
just gonna get a lot of trash.
I have a good question. How far do you think capitalism can really go? Like how we run things basically in the United States, it's like it's just capitalist. That's how this shit works. Like,
Capitalism
we have
is-
government and blah. We have everything, but like basically when you think about our industry and how everything works, it's like that's what it is. You know what I mean? It's just capitalism. So it's like how far do you really think that could go before like it's just can't be sustained? Like where like world economies don't work anymore. You know what I mean? Like inflation's everywhere.
I think
How
it
does
could
that-
go
does that
as
make
far
sense?
as they stretch the resources, and when I say that, I mean like, how much more money are we gonna fucking print?
Need or have.
Not need, because money is stupid anymore.
Yeah,
money
that's
is
what I'm saying.
dumb.
So how do you?
So how much more
long
money
you
do we
think-
want to print, and the value of the U.S. dollar, and of course how the economy goes or whatever. Like but really, how much more money? Because that's what I think it's gonna boil down to is like, especially now, especially with technology, especially with all the shit that happened, people. There's so many people that are doing a great job in this world and busting their ass, and they can barely afford the rent.
That's what I mean. Eventually, it gets to the point
So-
where the
Capitalism
normal
is
person can't.
define capitalism real quick.
It's like where it's how we were talking about how industry works. Like if there's a job, the job pays you a certain way, blah blah. Blah. It's like a pyramid type of thing. But then so that's like the structure of how people work. So the economy is all the businesses interacting at all times, but each of those businesses kind of obeys certain kind of rules of how.
Isn't that communism?
No,
No,
it's
no,
capitalism
no, no.
because it's like free
Capitalism
market for
more
everybody.
like free market,
Oh,
little
okay,
more
okay, okay.
equality.
So business is in control.
Yeah.
You're run by the businesses.
that's
We're not
why-
really run by our government. Our government's
the
run by
rule-
the
and the
businesses.
rules
That's
are-
why I said our
Yeah,
government's there, but like when you really think about it, what sets like the government could step in now and again and be like, yo,
It has
stop
to.
charging $8 for
We're
potatoes.
fucking animals,
You know
bro.
what I mean? Like
The
at some
government
point.
there has to be a government.
So that's good that you think like that because I think that that's necessary as long as that government functions like
Fairly.
like the way it's supposed to. Okay. Yeah.
Fairly. Like
I
why
think
the
that
fuck?
that's a
Yo,
good
you
use for
got
government.
you have one person in this business
That is morally right. Like in that
morally right. Well, I'm saying on the negative side, like you got one person in the business that, or we'll say 10 people in the business at the top of the business, top of this pyramid, and they're making, we'll say $5 million a year, and every year they get some kind of a bonus that's like an extra milli
Okay.
because the company did so well. But you have these people that made you all this money that are working way more hours than you. You know what I mean?
that's like those are
Way more
functions.
hours.
Those are functions that are in capitalism.
And
Like,
then there
it's-
is, but
it's-
there
when
is,
you talk
there
about
is
the
a
government,
reason.
that
Like,
happens.
okay, let's just say you're one of the very bottom cats that worked all those hours, and boom,
So
now
what
you're sending a
You
5.
think they should get the bonus?
I think that if you're
I think how capitalism works. If you make enough money,
if
and
you're
your
making
company's
an
like,
X
"Here's $1
amount
million,"
of money,
yeah,
if you're
absolutely. I think
share the
that's
shit,
how it
and
works.
there needs to be a cap.
Yeah, but I think that person in talking about how the fucking structure works, like when you're the president of a company, let's just say you're really successful.
Yeah.
You're like a transportation logistics you do all kinds of shit. You can make like 10 million in a year. You know what I mean? Like, is that just doing that job? So is that like too much? Like you made that money, so all the people under you work. So what you're saying is like at some point it should be more equal to like how everything works out.
I'm saying if you get all the way up there and you have unless you are literally there and answer every goddamn fucking
Like
question,
complaint with everybody, yeah.
there needs to be some kind of a law or rule in big business. 5 million is a stupid number. We got hundreds of millions of dollars. You know what I mean? Like I'm just picking a number.
Yeah.
But if you're
Like 10.
making whatever.
Let's go with
you know what I'm
10.
saying?
No, this is making sense. I get what
But
you're
you know what I mean?
So
But
like,
if you're making 100, fuck it, back to 5 million, and the people at the bottom is all of a sudden the whatever happens in the economy,
yeah,
inflation,
yeah.
real estate, rent,
We're at war.
gas, blah, eggs. If that shit goes up, I shouldn't be taking so much of a bonus if I'm fucking getting a bonus. There should be some kind of a rule like you have to adjust like for real with the economy. Because a lot of times what happens is everybody at the lower gets fucked while the rich stay rich because they're a lot of cats don't have to pay mad taxes.
Robin Hood over here.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's how you do it. That's
Yeah,
how
no,
you.
I agree.
How are we gonna get rid of poverty at all?
With a system
Even come
that-
close.
Yeah.
If the people that are working can't even fucking live in their houses,
I think comes a time. I guess the capitalism
should
is
be a rule.
businesses running shit. So if you somehow establish a business in this country that is so good, that is helping run the country, you paying your dues.
That's like the objective to the most successful businesses like in the world.
You're-
You're like, I'm gonna make something that the world fucking needs, and I'm
They
gonna be
need.
the only one that does it.
How often is
Good
that
luck.
though? Like we're not even really making our own
That's really what
phones
they
and
do.
shit.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like there's so much shit we could be doing on
Yeah,
our
yeah.
own, but
Or
it
in
would
general,
be
yes.
more expensive. We're
Just
just
like-
cheap.
no,
You
but
know
it's
what?
all
Hold on a
competition.
second.
That's the
This-
problem.
This
It's
really
all
brings
like-
me to this final topic thing. Should greed be criminal?
Is this the final topic?
This will be the final topic. This is gonna last a while.
Oh,
Oh, all right.
Should
we're
greed?
just saying it and then
Talking about it.
I'll talk about it now. You think greed should be criminal? And by greed,
That was a good transition.
we
were
could
definitely
define.
talking
We talking about
greedy
money for
shit.
so long. Yeah, yeah.
that is good transition.
So
God, we need music. Run that down.
dun, dun,
Like-
dun, dun, dun.
Like yo, which brings me
like the Eric Andre show.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
or something like morbid, like
So listen, define greed, right?
It's like the like when you think about it as like
Look
an
up the
expression.
definition.
Yeah,
Well,
give
I
me
mean,
the
you can look it up.
Webster's, Joe. Give me the
I'm gonna give
Webster.
you the
I
because
don't know. When I think about it, I
definition
think
of
of like
greed.
the idea of never being able to be, like you're never happy with anything.
Satiated,
Yeah. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, not like you're hungry, but I mean, you could be. Like, greed's weird. Where like when you think about it as like a human sin or some kind of, like when you think about greed,
Human
like
sin.
for what it really is, like you can just say like,
Fuck sins.
it's I need a lot of money. I'm greedy. Fuck sins.
fuck sins,
Wow, that was
bro.
Fuck, man. No, that shit is sin. That's
do-
some religious.
7 sins, bro.
Ain't no sin. I thought there's.
Greed is.
Se-
I thought there's 10 commandments.
There's 10
you go
commandments, yeah,
against
but
all
there's
of them,
7 sins.
There were just.
There's
I thought there's
7.
bajillion off of each of those. All those defined. Let's not get
teaching-
into that.
Are we teaching him
Anyway,
right now? Do I have
Let
to
me
write this
teach him,
down?
bro.
Nah.
Let me teach you. I know you went to Catholic school, but you skipped all your classes or whatever.
7 deadly sins?
Yes.
7 deadly
All right,
sins.
I remember. Boo.
You got what'd you type in? Greed, pride, you got envy,
Gluttony.
you got the gluttony, you got sloth, which is being fucking lazy. Woo-hoo-hoo. That's a good one for this country.
Damn, pride.
You got wrath, this is being
yeah.
upset. What'd you write?
This guy goes to church all the time.
Nah, I just watched Full Metal Alchemist. Greed, let me see.
I was talking about Marcus. I mean,
Greed, pride. Gluttony's the fat one. Envy's the chick that could turn to bitches. Sloth's the slow, and wrath's the colonel or the. Damn, we're definitely missing one here.
It's lust.
Oh, lust, the chick.
lust,
yeah,
yeah,
that bitch got
lust.
burned. Woohoo!
And it's actually funny because I remembered it because you said about Full Metal Alchemist. I was like, oh yeah.
It's like,
shit,
what's that last
They're
villain?
characters, man. I know that. All right, sweet. You know what? What other? All right, we're not talking about that.
But all right, so all of these,
Greed.
right?
Greed.
Lust
Let's
isn't
start
a
with
fucking
greed.
crime unless you get creepy with it.
It's all how you
And then
think
it could
about
be
the
criminal.
definition.
Depends on how you
Hold
go.
on,
Wait,
what's
wait.
Webster's.
the,
Yeah,
de-
yeah.
the definition
Perfect
of it.
We're gonna start arguing about the definition.
Go.
Greed.
Greed.
Intense and selfish desire for something, especially wealth, power, or food.
All right. That's good. I think about it as I want more shit. I don't want all
No,
shit.
you can never have enough
Do
shit.
you want
Taking too
all
much.
shit or do you always want more shit?
I guess it's the same thing.
Both are greedy.
Yeah.
Both are greedy.
There are different ways to be greedy. Yeah. I would say greed.
So I don't want your shit though.
No, you want everything.
I just want everything.
Yeah.
I don't specifically want your shit.
So you're
though.
just gonna make all your own shit by yourself.
No, I just want all that
Yeah,
shit.
it's like the want. It's not like you're not thinking about how you're gonna get it. You just want it at all times.
You
You're
just
all
want
about
it.
You're all about whatever.
Wanting is greedy.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like
In
the
terms
idea
of
greed.
cash, are we greedy with cash? Because do you want more money?
All day.
Do you want more money?
Oh, absolutely.
Same for me.
Yeah.
I could always use more money.
But are you gonna?
At
Are
what-
you going to get
At what point?
illegal with it?
No,
one's
let's say
getting
you're
illegal
just
with anything,
doing it
shut the
legally,
fuck
bro. Let's say you like, yo, you got the job, you hustling, you making
Bro
X
got
amount of dollars,
greedy.
right? Boom. And then you're just like, I'm making this much money. I want more. To me, it's always like, do you have to, you can't have to look at someone else and be like, I'm making $150,000 a year. You look at that, you get jealous, it becomes envy. You want more.
Yeah.
No envy.
Yeah.
You look at your own number and you're like, I make $100K a year.
But
I want more.
But I do 20 more things than them.
You're not even worried about them.
This nigga's just sitting in his.
Yeah.
This is what the greed is. You're not
Yeah.
worried about.
Yeah,
Once
you're
you
not
start worrying
worried at
about them,
all.
it
Alright, not
becomes
worried about it.
envy.
All right.
So you're just like, I'm making $100K. I want more. And you're like, all right, let's make it $200K. It's $500K.
You like start setting goals.
you just
and
keep
then
going.
They never stop. Yeah.
Is that the cause of shit fucking up? The people wanting more, that greed?
It's
Because
definitely a factor.
I think that's common today, though.
It's a factor.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Your original
Without
question was
greed,
like,
what-
is greed
what would
good
you
or bad?
even
No.
have? Yeah.
Well, that was a question, right? Is greed good or bad when it comes to like, how can it change and can it be good? And it kind of can.
And in the definition. No, keep going. Keep saying that.
Oh, okay. I was like, definition of what?
Of greed.
No.
you
yeah.
read it again, I guess.
Selfish.
Yeah, you're just like you're.
Oh, I'll read it again. Intense and selfish desire for something,
Intense, huh?
especially wealth, power, or food. So, selfishness. So let's just say I'm
So is that-
achieving. I'm
Can
achieving.
this be good?
I'm achieving a shit ton of shit. This year I made 100K. Next year I'm making 200K. This year I ate 10 hot dogs. Next year I'm gonna eat 100 hot dogs. Okay, right?
Right.
Let's just
right.
say it's
That
like that.
greed will kill you.
Now, illegal? No. But how much time did I spend away doing other shit trying to achieve that one thing?
Yep.
Whether
That's
it's
the
money or I'm trying to eat as many Nathan's goddamn hot dogs as I can. Word up, I love them.
The
Damn
glizzy
tournaments.
goblet.
I think
over
about
here,
that.
bro.
And that's even more selfish. It's just like, yo, you got to take time to train for that. And then all those hot dogs, bro, you're going to fuck your health up.
Greed could go bad.
Mess
Oh,
your booty up.
usually does.
If a company
How much time you spend away from
expresses
your
greed,
family?
should it be
How much cocaine did you do?
like say all right, we'll go back to the regular job stuff, right?
Yeah. All right.
Stay up.
You do good, you got a good job, you're saying how if they do good, they get a bonus and none of the workers get the bonus, whatever, right?
Yeah.
That's
that
super
greed?
greedy. Yeah, that's super greedy.
What if they were like, we need this bonus to make the better working environment
Like,
for y'all?
You
Let's
don't
just
need
say-
a bonus.
Like, let's just say your whole greed is like
don't
you
need
just
the
want as
bonus.
much money as possible. That doesn't mean you can't be like good to okay. From talking about job, that doesn't mean you still can't be good
You could
to
be
the people
the
underneath
good,
you. You know
be
what
a
I mean?
good guy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so if you are really successful, but you're still kind of like, I guess it's like a selfish one where you think, well, why would they benefit anybody other than themselves? You know what I mean? I think greed is more about that.
The
Where
selfish
it's
part
very,
of it.
there's like a line. You know what I mean?
Selfish.
That really defines why
Greed.
you're either a good
If
greedy or
you're-
bad greedy.
dude, if
Like,
if you're
how do
if you're
this
sitting
is-
there at
if
the
you
top,
cross this line,
everybody's gravy around you. Your family's gravy. Your friends are gravy. Everybody is good.
You want to stop?
Woo!
It's time to stop.
I'll look around and be like,
But inflation. But the
gotta-
minimum
Bermuda?
wage rate is
Y'all
always
wanna
going
go to
up.
Bermuda?
That's what I'm
I
saying.
gotta
Like,
keep working.
at what point do you say I'm done? Greed, I'm done. Like, you think about you think about past civilizations, right? Like fucking Rome, bro. That's greed city.
So when do you say you're done?
When do you say you're done? Till you die? Till that shit eats you alive?
That's back to the beginning. It's
You know what I
into-
mean? The
it's
Mongolians
that's
were
how
It's
greedy.
the
That's how it's
individual.
bad,
It's up
yeah.
to the
Yeah.
individual. Did
Yeah.
you set a goal? Did you meet it? Were you satisfied?
Oh, they just meeting new goals. Once you get greedy, it's like, yo, whatever the goal is, I'm gonna get $50 today. You got $50 today. I'm gonna get $200 tomorrow. $200 tomorrow. These
Yeah.
are goals that's like
yeah.
banging these shits out like it ain't nothing. It's
That's
no
like
end
successful
goal.
greed.
Once you got one goal, you're like a game to me. It's like if I beat a game, I'm like, if this game don't have shit after the game, this game's trash. You gotta give me still missions, even though I saw the credits, nigga.
But if the
Give me
game-
something
What
else.
if the game was good to you?
Give me something else.
What if the game that you beat set you up for life? And you didn't have to pay or play any more games.
Chris, you don't believe in.
I would have to
You don't
s-
believe in video games making money, like playing them and making it. You know that
Oh.
you want to say that that's bogus. So,
But
You
I
know
hear
what
you.
I
so
mean.
you're
I'm
right.
waiting
You're right with
till-
what you're saying, but no. Yeah.
I hear your point though. But if
Yeah,
anything,
definitely.
if anything set me up my life, and I don't need greed because I was set up
You'd
so
be greedy,
well.
bro. You'd be greedy.
It
in
would be
something
like in
else.
you. You'd
Greed.
probably.
You
I
know,
think
it's not always with cash though. You know what I'm saying? It could just be
Hey,
like
get-
Whatever you're
hot
doing.
dogs, bro. You're eating too many hot dogs.
Too many
It's
hot
fucking
dogs.
your health up. You're missing time with your kids and the
Yeah,
fam
yeah.
and everything. 'cause
Yeah,
you're-
6 heart
I
attacks.
gotta train. I can't have the meal you made tonight, wife. I gotta fucking eat these hot dogs. You know what I mean? You're like pissing mad people
is
off.
greed the like?
And you're
So
being
my thing is like great cities are built probably because of greed. You don't build a great
Absolutely.
city
You have to have a level of
because
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
had to be this way.
what
No,
we're
it-
saying is greed.
you have to have
Because
a
greed
level
could
of
be
greed
what?
there.
Ambition,
Yo, I actually, yo, talking about that, I got one.
motivation,
Yo,
Maybe.
or are those just things that are
no. Or you're just really smart. Yo, think about
Part of
how like some of the
to make you
companies
achieve greed?
like Microsoft and Apple and like really like they basically just got patents for the right fucking things. Like a lot of the times people don't invent what the fuck they're taking care of. You know what I mean? Other than like, the boss dies and somebody else takes over. But like some of them are like set up a certain way. You know what I mean?
It helps to be part of the first people that fucking do it as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. 'Cause
Right.
you've been, like if the
the
company's
OG.
named after
if
you
you're
or something
smart
like
You
that.
get
and you
slick
start
with
something
it.
cool and then it goes on like on fire, if you're real smart before
You
it
just
goes on
get
fire,
a whole
if
bunch
you
of
got
little
all that
ideas real
faith,
quick.
and then
Patent them.
patent that bitch,
Yep.
copyright that shit.
It's funny how simple some companies were like, yo, I patent this. I patent this.
And then you can play ball
What
day.
the fuck? Like some
Small
kind of
thing.
microchip. Like let's just say there's something that's in everything, and you're like, yo, I have a patent on that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, I get like $1 million a day, and it's just like, well, what do I want to do? And I think that's how some of the companies get, where like it doesn't make sense. You know, like Tesla, he's doing all kinds of shit. He's sending rockets out into space, and he's like building electric cars, and
He's
so
doing-
it's like in general he's doing all kinds of
he's
crazy
doing a
shit
lot for
because
the
he was
world,
like
though,
he was
too,
like,
you
yo,
know?
I'm gonna patent a bunch of things and I'm gonna make that my market.
What's
and
he
I'm gonna
doing
sell
with
that.
his money?
He's helping.
He does crazy
everybody.
shit.
He's really
As long as
helping
you're helping.
everybody. He's
As
helping.
long as you're
everybody.
helping.
These niggas,
Yeah,
these niggas in Ukraine are at war right now, and the only reason they have the internet is because of him. He's helping people, bro. He's
Like,
doing
that-
shit. He's
He's
doing
like,
shit.
that satellite's just gonna follow you around.
But
You're-
the electric vehicles are fucking up the economy. So nobody buy those things. I don't. I hope that doesn't become a thing because
It's
you
gonna.
want a bunch of money. That might be greed.
They
You
just
think-
have to find a better economical,
Are they really better on gas?
healthy
Like, they
way.
legit
They
better?
are better on gas, but to make them is fucking the world up.
It's fucking the world up, man.
If
Those
we could
batteries and
find a
shit for
better
all the
way
tech in there. All
to
that tech in
make
there.
them. They'd be legit, but we haven't found that out yet.
That's probably why chemistry is like an industry that like, or science, whatever. that
Science
like
is
that like
chemistry.
every time we were discovering more shit about chemistry, that's like, hey, this is how combustion works. All right, well, I'm gonna make that into an engine. Well,
Psych.
what the fuck's an engine? Hey, it's gonna replace
They-
these horses. And
They
it's just
didn't
like,
say
you're
that
fucking-
first. No, they said you said oh combustion. They said let's make a cannon.
I mean,
They didn't say let's make an engine.
I didn't say.
They said
probably.
let's make a cannon.
No, definitely.
and let's
They're-
blow people up.
Yeah.
And now that we have all of our money and their money, you can make whatever you want for a small time.
And
And then that's when
But only if we
inventions
can make
come to
money
be and
off
shit like
of
that.
it.
Only if we can make money.
At
I remember
large scale.
near-
I believe there was a motor that was powered off of water, H2O.
a long time ago. And this is
I-
conspiracy shit, but
Conspiracy shit.
Yeah, yeah,
One, possibly two people came up with
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Both
yeah.
those cats, I think either one of them got killed
one got executed.
because he was but the other one they just paid him off. They were like, give me
Yep.
all this shit, and if you try to do anything, like we got your address and everything. Da 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 da.
That's greed.
That's greedy.
That's the
bro.
company not wanting
Because
to be
what if we
overshadowed.
could all
That's
drive
yeah,
our
that's
cars
greedy.
with
Greed,
water?
that's greed.
Yeah, that's awful.
And then
Is
we're
that
we're
criminal?
putting-
Right there, right there.
That.
That's criminal,
Yeah,
right?
Okay,
It's
yo,
criminal.
that's
You're
good.
stopping the fucking
That's right.
innovation of people.
It's one of those lines.
Here's my
But
idea.
I'm also, but at the time, I'm gonna, wow, ooh. Yeah, you're
That's
right. Keep
criminal,
going.
right, bro?
Because at the
You're
time, there was a
stopping
guy that was
innovation.
not too long ago. I was gonna say, way back in the day, they didn't know.
Way back in the day,
but the
just
last guy was
recently,
like,
there's a
yo,
motherfucker.
we need to keep gasoline going.
It's like, yo,
They're like, fuck this.
there's a
Yo,
stupid.
they're the greediest motherfuckers on earth. Those oil companies, man. They'll dig that shit out of anywhere and not even give a fuck what it does to the environment.
But oil is a good source of power. There's a thing that Germany's going through right now because they're like super smart with tech and building shit, whatever, right? You play that game Wolfenstein, where it's
oh
just
my
like
god, where it's like over dramatized.
it's just like it's like say they won,
Yeah.
they would have kept doing what they're doing
Yeah,
this
it would
far.
be everywhere,
It would be
yeah.
everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, their source of power is nuclear fission and all that crazy shit, right? And they've been holding that shit their whole time. Now we're at war and resources are getting low. They can't do that anymore. They have to go back to coal, and they changed their whole fucking country away from that shit. So now that they have to go back to doing it, it's hurting them big time.
and us over here.
Well, we already do coal. Man. We already
Not
do
that
it.
much coal.
We all right with it.
Not
You know
that
what I'm
much
saying?
coal.
Not that much.
Some of the closest towns are fucking old coal mine towns that have just been like
We-
that's how it started.
Done.
It just grew around it.
And they're just done.
They're Dunskies.
Oh
bro.
yeah, well I mean, there's definitely
But they're still being
coal
used
mines,
of like
but
source of power all over this.
you're
place.
talking
It's like-
dominant. Like that's the energy
Yo,
source
I just
they
picked
use for
up
shit.
some toothpaste with charcoal in it.
I tried that.
You can burn that.
I tried that. I
You
tried
use that
that.
as fuel. Fuck out of here.
Yo, just squeeze the fucking.
I use charcoal.
squeeze the toothpaste into the furnace. All right, we got 20 minutes. This is like this. Ah, shit, bro. Nah, yeah.
Yo,
I
actually,
think we tried
that's a
some
good
of
point. Yo, now that I think about it, the electric and energy companies are awful. They're like I'm not saying it's harder to
It's power.
run those companies and produce electricity for everybody. I understand that's like a really fucking hard thing to do. You know what I
Yes.
mean? So like, well, I'm going with that understanding that they are still greedy as all fucking hell.
I think
Like,
they
they'll just
have
raise
to
your
be.
shit and they'll be like, no, they're
But
one of the only
maybe not to a
industries.
point.
Dude, they can just be like, I'm raising your fucking bill.
But why? Because
No, it doesn't matter. They could just keep fucking doing
Double
it. to you.
on-
But why
Entendre.
do you think they're raising it?
Well,
Is it
that's what I'm
because
saying.
like
They got
resources are getting low and shit's getting more
double-
expensive, or
Double entendre. They got the power, and they got the power. Correct?
double what?
Double entendre. What the fuck? Same word, different meaning.
Yeah.
They got the power. They're controlling electricity. Power.
He's trying to be clever. He's trying to be clever.
But they also got the power to control it.
Yeah.
You have to have the power.
Period. And it's like, oh, inflation.
That's crazy.
Just bump up a couple pennies on everybody, everyone,
And they need it.
on
you know what
single watts. They got
Yo,
the power.
That's why I'm
Isn't that
talking
what the
about.
oil company do too? You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
that's what we're saying.
exactly.
Yeah, electric company, whatever. Like
And they got the power.
They're like, yo, so it's like, oh, I'm gonna buy
got
all
the
this.
power.
I'm gonna buy all this gasoline. And we're gonna send it to fucking Wilkes-Barre. Okay?
Yeah.
We're gonna do all these fucking places, and then you have to set all that up. And the oil company at one point can be like, those cost $50 a barrel now.
Yeah.
But it was 25 last week. Yeah, we're
Too
running.
bad.
We're running out of oil.
Across the board. Sorry.
It's
And then
if
it's
We're
they-
like,
running out of oil.
and then it's like, there's no
It's if
way
they
that my
think that
company will
it's-
function unless I
have
get
that oil. Or
that
or
oil.
or that electricity,
Or
or
that
that
electricity.
or whatever.
that's why I think Wi-Fi should be free. But when it comes
All
to
the
like,
fish
It should
will
be
die.
free. Why isn't it free?
water's not free, that should be the first thing that's fucking free. Filtered water should be fucking free, bro.
He's
gotta
like,
get a
he's like,
well.
that's where you start at,
That's where you start.
Wi-Fi.
Water should
Yeah.
be free though.
Wi-Fi. I can't even collect rainwater.
What
bro.
yeah.
What are you talking- Come on, bro. Step by step.
he knows poor.
We on the floor here.
Word.
You talking about Wi-Fi? I'm stealing my neighbor's Wi-Fi still.
Which
Yeah.
could be used in a combustion engine. Hydro, whatever the fuck you call that motor, I forget what it is.
Yo, that's the only one I want to
Conspiracy,
learn.
guess
That's the only one I really want to learn about, like how dams work and how they produce electricity. That's
It's
one thing I
easy.
don't know.
Dude,
It's
it's
easy.
I know I
a
can just watch a
turbine. It's a
video on
turbine.
it.
That's easy.
Turbine alternator. That's all it is, bro.
So just like the rotation.
Alternator in
Kinda
your
like a
car.
windmill.
Alternator in
That's
your
all it
car.
is.
You know what the alternator in your car does? Do you know where it is and what it looks like?
Yeah, it connects
like a weird
the
block.
starting process, right? Where it's like when you go to start it, it's like part of the
No,
Like
Listen,
starter
just
and
explain to
starter.
him what it
So,
is.
okay, the alternator in your car, it is part of what the belt wraps around your serpentine belt. So
Yeah.
the belt's running over it. Now, what it does, your starter is what starts the car.
Yeah.
Man, your battery is what's powering the starter.
Yeah.
You got to have at least X amount of juice in your battery.
Yeah.
Right.
And it
So
takes
start
a
it.
little
It
bit of
powers your
juice.
car, lights
It
and all that
takes,
shit.
it takes about 12 volts easy
Easy.
to get your starter jumping. Boom, your car kicks on. Now you're running off of gas.
Once
Your
that
alternator,
the belt's moving,
which is moving,
'cause the
which is
car is
making a
on.
whole lot of electromagnetic electricity
yeah.
because it's spinning around because of the gas power motor, that recharges your battery.
It's a little thing, and the alternator is simply something is spinning like this. It's forcefully spinning something bigger through gears, and that's creating energy. Electromagnetic energy. It's just like
moving
doing this,
magnets
and then
over
you
each
can
other
put it somewhere else.
at a
It produces it.
certain rate.
Yeah, it
yeah,
produces,
it'll-
produces energy.
So
yeah,
that's
if you
what.
get
So
going
for-
real
okay.
You can
fast,
charge
certain
your battery.
volts or
You
whatever,
can do
like-
that.
So
You ever see like those hand crank fucking
Yeah, yeah.
flashlights?
Yeah, or
it's
like
that
radios and
same
stuff
thing.
like
bro.
that.
It's the same
That's what I
thing.
was
thing.
picturing. That's exactly.
That's
what it
when
was.
that's
so that's all they
water
do
mills.
for the
That's what the ultimate.
hydro, like
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
dams
Oh,
when they're
okay,
going
it's
through
the
the
same idea.
turbines. It's just water falling on its own, gravity helping, whatever
yeah,
you will.
It's allowing that shit
and
to
it's going through the propeller. The
work,
propeller
baby.
is spinning around
Fucking
on the
genius.
alternator, and the alternator is charging some ginormous batteries.
so long
But they're
as the-
humongous, like
Yeah.
4 times the size of your
Big.
car.
Like big.
You know what I mean?
Big,
Yeah,
big,
they're
big.
fucking big. Yeah,
like
they're
the
really
straw.
big.
Those power stations is no joke. They just store. They're just there to store and distribute. Store and distribute.
So it's
Exactly.
that simple. So it's that simple though.
It
not
is
like-
that
it's
simple.
not like a complicated-
because of
It's not complicated.
science.
Science is out. It's the same thing with windmills. It's the same thing. You're just using the heavy winds from up there to spin this thing that is also connected to a
Well,
fucking
But that doesn't have the alternator. That's like
that
exactly
has
what it is.
alternating.
grinder.
It's alternating
Grinding
energy
your
is the word
grain.
here.
Oh, yeah.
An alternator is just a machine that captures it, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
called
Or
alternating
stir.
energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like propellers and shit. All
Well,
that.
that's yeah, yes, but electromagnetic electricity to generate that, you got to use magnets, and you have to move the magnets past each
It's
other.
to channel that shit around and shit. I don't know. I
I
just
think
know
there's.
that
I
it
can't
works.
remember I should look it up, but
Yeah,
like
right.
in your alternator for your car, you have the wire to grab all of the
Yeah,
electricity.
energy and like purpose it.
Yeah, and send it back. The wire that's because if see, I wish you saw. It's wrapped.
I
back
can't
in-
just YouTube
It's
this.
right.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
you
just-
can't.
I'm
You,
doing.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
really
yeah,
can't.
it's like a-
It's
it's
wrapped
like-
back
it's
and
a
forth a
coil.
bajillion times.
Yeah, it's like a
A
coil that's
baji-
very
like so many
tight
times. It's like
because you
12
want it to
miles
run.
of wire or
You
something
know what I'm
like
saying?
that.
You don't want it to. If you just had one
in
wire
your car, like
this,
in your car, in your van right now.
it's like this. It's like this is all the space I have. It's this big, and you just run electricity. You have one wire it goes pew like
Yeah,
this.
it just does it. Yeah.
Motherfucker, if that same space was like this,
And then wrapped
you know what I'm saying?
around
And wrapped
that,
around
like 20
like a
fucking bajillion
you
times.
got shit running
insanely.
like this is
like
got a lot
I
of
said,
power
like
in this
10
little
10
containment.
miles
Yeah.
of
Wow.
10 miles
shit.
of that same thing.
Watch
And
the
that's in-
anime.
and that's
I don't
in-
think
and
it's
that's in
10
every
miles,
car. And
but
that's
it's
in
like
every
over a
car.
mile.
There's an alternator. in
Yeah,
every
for
car.
That's fucking cool.
There's an alternator in a lot of shit.
Yo, hold on,
every
hold on,
car.
hold on. Those are fun facts. Those are actual facts.
Those are actual facts. Watch this anime called Dr. Stone, and this shit will put you on. This motherfucker teaches people how to make a fucking cell phone from nothing. He tells you what the importance of gold is. Like,
it's
why is
conductive.
gold 1,800
conductive.
fucking dollars for your necklace? Fuck no.
Yeah.
It's weak. It's good because you turn it into thread. You can turn it to gold thread. What moves electricity better than gold? Not a lot of things. You could put gold through copper, it fractions off your electricity. You could put electricity through most metals, it'll fraction it off. We can hold electricity, we fraction that shit off.
We are
Gold,
electricity.
That's
gold's
why
like
we
a
don't. That's why we
fucking-
don't die from getting struck by lightning because it's like it goes through you. Like
It
you're,
depends on where
you're
you're
the
standing,
conduit
bro.
real quick.
It
for
depends
Like,
on where you're
Like
standing,
yo, think
bro.
think if humans were like awkward.
Standing like on a fucking like, probably like a crazy conductive bleacher, you're fucked.
You blow up a
he
whole
went-
nother
you're
color.
frying.
Yo,
You're being fried.
He went on scale from
Hanging
1
on
to
an
fuck.
antenna.
Hanging on to this antenna, bro.
The anti-electric things, you know, they put on.
Yeah.
What do they call those?
Dimmers or whatever.
No, they're like. We're not gonna get into it.
No,
It's
no,
a
no,
rabbit
no.
hole in my brain right now. It's like a I don't know.
It's painful to think about.
All I know is that don't stop the innovation of people. That's greed. That is greed. That should be
You need
criminal.
greed.
But don't stop the innovation of humans.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
greed.
yeah,
If you're like,
yeah.
oh, my business is better than yours, you can't have a water car because we're about to go in with these oil cars.
Yeah, no,
That's
it's more
greed.
like yeah.
If it's like, yo, then it comes to like conquering nations and shit. This is old shit. We're not gonna do this, but
Bro,
I'm
at,
gonna
this,
say like
at the
that's
same time, what would you do at those times if you were in those positions? We're sitting here.
Yeah,
we
just living
we
our
know
own
a lot
lives.
of crazy stuff. We know a lot of history. We have access
got
to
a lot of
history.
history.
And we also have pretty cool predictions of the future. We have like way better ways to predict shit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So like imagine if you were those cats in those seats that were fucking the game up, but championing the game. Would you have
It seems
not
like these-
done the same thing?
It seems like these motherfuckers got knives on everybody's backs or some shit. Like everybody got gun pointed at everybody. You can't make a false move.
What happens? So right now, like we're just like, you know what? I'm gonna make that water motor. Let's
Yup.
do it. Let's do it. And it's me, you,
No, you're not.
Wilkes-Barre's.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're in. You're in. And Wilkes-Barre's got our bag.
No, I'm not.
that's-
And then wait, Marcus pointed a gun at me.
P-
No, I'm not in anymore.
Exactly. PA has our back, but we only have like maybe like a I don't even know how you would do it. But it's like once you get in the game, like PA's whatever. We can get PA by our back. But what's New York gonna say? What's Texas gonna say? What's fucking Maryland? What you know what I mean? They don't
Yeah.
got it. What are they going to say? What if they're like, this is going to destroy our shit. And you patented it, and I can't get none. And you don't want to give me no money.
This is the issue with the farming of
They're
this
attacking.
fucking country. We then got so accustomed to giant farming. I don't know the word of this shit,
Agriculture?
but it's a type of agriculture.
as a whole.
Because there's monocrop agriculture, which is you're just focusing on one type of shit in a giant way or some shit like that, which
There's
is
a lot of corn.
just fucking wild. That shouldn't be the way. I don't think so. You should have it like everything is complementing each other, so you're not just like growing a bunch of one thing and then giving out a shit ton of waste. You don't know what to do with it. Meanwhile, if you had an actual farm that worked the right way, your waste would go to this fucking the food for a different animal. That animal
Would
would
it, like,
go
be
over here,
fertilizer or
would shit
whatever?
out some shit and use fertilizer to make grass. The horse eat the grass. Blah 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 blah. It
Yeah.
should go in that circle. But we've got this country's like such demand on food and all that shit. Like that fucking got out of hand so wild. That's why all our food's so expensive right now, my nigga. Like you say, eggs is $8.
There's
bro.
like 10 other reasons why it's expensive as
Yeah.
well.
No, we can't do it for ourselves. The soil is so shit that the food we eat,
Yeah,
you
we're
want to get.
fucking it up.
We're not
fucking
even
it
eating we're eating like 30% of our food. We could eat a whole apple you're like, yo, what nutrients did you get from that apple? Is like a fraction of what we used to get from the apple. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now, on top of that, China makes like everybody's grains in the fucking world. They make everybody's grains, like wheats and grains.
Nah, what's his name? Got like a shit ton.
If he says like Colonel Sanders. Or
Putin?
something.
No. It's like
Putin ain't got shit. He got a lot of oil.
Dang, dude, there's
He got a lot of oil.
which
He got that
Which
uranium.
country is it that makes like that we unfortunately like buy like 70% or some shit?
We buy a lot from
Damn.
Taiwan,
Is it
and we buy a
Taiwan?
lot from whatever the South American joint is. Whatever South American joints. But look, just the fact that these prices are stupid high, it's because the quality of it is low. The need for it is getting even higher, and we're at war. Well, somebody's at war. We're just funding them.
It's actually funny if you don't travel city to city, you'll see that
is the
more
world's
people like there's a lot of gasoline used in big cities, but more people that live in the city don't drive. Like they'll use some other form of
Yeah,
public
yeah,
public
transportation.
transportation is
Like
awesome.
that's so much better than just having a fucking car loan. You know what I mean?
It is
It's
better.
just cheaper to
None
be
of
like,
my
here's $10. Boop, get to where I'm going. Done.
almost
Like,
none
it's
of my family in New York have cars. There's no point to have a car. You have to like first of all, you're never gonna park this bitch.
Where are you gonna park?
Where are you
and
gonna
then
park
pay
this
for
shit?
that
And
shit.
You gotta pay for the parking. Probably gonna get robbed every week or some dumb shit. And then you gotta do bumper to bumper traffic everywhere you fucking go to wait for more parking somewhere else. And then
Never find a parking.
fucking any problems that happen, you gotta repair this shit. And it's like why? You could have just took the bus. You could just call the Uber. You could just call a taxi. Subway.
and they're cheap.
Subway's fucking cheap. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's the thing. That's why Uber doesn't make. I mean, you know, whatever for the industry, whatever the fuck with it. But like, it makes more sense that they should be all over those cities and be efficient than to be like out here. That's why I think that's why it costs so much to get an Uber here. Like, if I was like,
I don't mind.
not,
Ubers
well,
out
no,
here.
no, not far. Like, what if I was like, yo, take me to Montage? That'd be a whole bunch of money for no reason.
Yeah, but I mean, what are you doing at Montage?
Well, and then you need to go back. You need to get like an Uber back too. I'm guessing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but what are you
That's
doing
like
at
a
Montage? You
I don't know.
just-
Whatever. You're
if
going
you
to see
go- are you going up there
well,
to
I'm just
get
saying you don't have a
wasted,
car.
or
No,
are you
I just
going
don't have
up
a car.
there to just kick it?
You just don't
Oh,
have a
if you
car.
don't, if you don't,
You just don't have
if
a
you don't have a
car.
car.
It's
I wanna
just-
see a
think that-
movie.
I think
Oh,
it doesn't.
wonder.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If that is less.
Movie tickets $8.
From where? Where are you leaving?
Uber's $15 from right here.
Then go to movies
Nanico.
14. You don't
Nanico.
gotta go.
Yeah, I
Oh,
guess.
oh,
Walk
fuck
from
you.
here.
I like how he's like other thing.
There is multiple
just-
things. You don't
Be
have to.
local.
Don't go there.
Look at the
dumbass.
price. Do I really want to go all the way to Montage? I don't have to. I can go right here.
You're crying about being American freedom, but you can't afford it.
Yeah.
It's not my fault. It's not my
Smart.
fault you can't afford it. Okay,
Smart money.
you can go wherever you want. You're mad about the
Yo,
prices.
isn't Uber the creepiest industry ever?
Kind of weird.
Like we were told, like
I
as
like
kids,
Uber.
like don't get in a car with a stranger ever for any reason whatsoever. Now we call them to us. We're like,
Nah.
hey stranger.
All their information.
Yo,
in my
5-star
phone, bro.
stranger.
yeah, hey.
I see
Although
you
there
got
has been a
5-star
bunch of-
stranger.
See, cool.
I don't want to say a bunch. I'm
Let
not
me
talking
smoking
shit.
your
I'm
weed.
not talking
You
shit.
let me smoking your car, stranger.
Yo,
What are you doing?
That was a
all
funny
I'm gonna
time.
say is when it comes to unsafe, it's just gonna be the fact that like everything is recorded, dude. Like,
Oh, or,
Yeah.
yeah.
so like if you disappear, like people are gonna find out where the last spot you were due
Yeah.
to. Or if you go through the app, if you hook up with an Uber cat and then they're like, take me off the clock, like, and I'll help you out, and then you get killed. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, still.
Not to say that you're gonna get killed.
I don't know.
They'll
It's
still
just,
find you somehow.
I think it's funny that how
At least you
quickly
know the
we
last
we were all
person you're
just
with.
like, okay. I still think it's funny that everybody at the same time was just like, all right, whatever, because all right, yeah, like we'll just
I've
that's
used
cool.
Uber
Do it.
so many goddamn times.
Like
dude.
it's
I
not what a
have
taxi
never
service is. Like that
called
has never
myself
existed.
an Uber. I don't think I've
Nuh-uh.
ever. I think not myself. I don't think I've ever called myself.
Oh, you
an
just
Uber.
getting Ubers with us?
Well, if you guys, a Uber with you, or I call somebody else an Uber. You know what I'm saying?
I've
It's
been in
like,
so many freaking Ubers.
yeah, I'm good.
They're cool.
All right, Quagmire.
I'm good.
I call other people
Cool.
Ubers.
Call the Uber to
Get
me.
out of here.
Yeah, Uber it up.
Get out of here.
Whatever. That all the app things, Lyft and all that shit. I mean, if you help us.
I just think
don't know.
it's-
I'm not talking shit. I love you. I don't know. I enjoy it.
People got to get places. You know what it is.
But they're cool. But I feel bad for taxis. What do you think about that?
Yeah, they do what they do. Right now,
It's the same fucking thing.
It's the same
except for you
thing.
call one place.
But
But hold on.
you know what you're not doing? You're not sitting there eating and being like, all right, we're almost done. Let me go on my app and hit up an Uber. No, you want a taxi, you got to go out.
Call someone. They have to get dispatched.
Yeah, like this in the
You
street.
just call
so
'em.
you're saying Uber like
That's
cut
in the
out a whole
city.
bunch
If
of
you're in
dumb
the
shit.
city,
I've never called a taxi.
here,
Ever.
Like
Anywhere.
when you're
Have
younger
you
or anything?
caught a
taxi?
taxi here?
Yeah, but why?
By
Why
whistling
the,
that's what
okay,
I'm saying.
But you call an Uber. Why the fuck is that more
Yeah,
popular
you
than
know
the
what?
taxi?
You're right. Around here,
In
they
New
do.
York, you could get a cab. You can whistle a cab
I'm
down.
privileged. I gotta drive. I got a car. I don't know.
Privileged,
I got like 2 cars and a motorcycle. Which one?
Yeah, right, bro. You straight, bro. You got the 2 fucking motor scooters. You
I got
good,
2
nigga.
electric powered.
Yeah, I wish America would
I
accept
got a
those.
pangolin that people carry me in. I think I'm fine.
Yo, I want America to be okay with those little scooters. I want that to be a thing.
Oh my god.
We should all, dude.
Oh no.
You know what Wilkes-Barre needs to do? Is definitely
Adapt scooters?
Get on board with the electric scooters.
Do
like
they not?
all the other cities.
I
No,
think I see
I'm
people
saying,
on them shit.
I'm thinking like
yeah,
China
no, I'm
level shit.
saying like
They're like
just
traffic.
like how you have like the city. You should do the bikes too. Like how they just have them available
Yeah.
and you could just take them. They're already charged. You just gotta
Yeah.
I
pay a
would buy
little
one. If
fee.
it was normal, I would own one. Are you
Little
kidding me?
charging station at the square or some shit.
You park them. They have little parking places.
but can I
for the
charge and park
scooters?
'em?
Well, so you get the
Oh,
scooter.
okay.
You get the
go ahead.
scooter, right? Because I've done this a couple times.
In his head. So he's all about it.
No,
he already has an industry.
He really be doing this shit. I mean,
I
we
ain't
rode
joking.
this.
We're not. I'm not playing.
We rode
bro.
the scooters from his house to the square, brought them in the fucking thing to get some lunch, and then rode that shit all the way.
But I'm saying when you go to city, that's part of the reason why we got them. Like they're cool. But if you go to cities like major cities for sure, Philadelphia,
yeah,
New York
yeah,
City,
yeah, yeah.
they got these jumps that is provided by the city.
Yeah.
So they have the bikes that are electric. You just whatever. You gotta get on the app and plug in.
So it's like a company that rents them out to you.
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
Well, you pay for it as long as
Yeah.
you have it, and then you don't even have to really put it back. You just like
I
park
just think
it,
that'd be cool
hop
if it
out,
was like
whatever.
acceptable
Throw it.
for our society to like do those. 'Cause
But we should do
do you have
that.
any idea how efficient that shit would honestly be?
We should do that.
Like, I mean, unless you're going real far. Like, then, yeah, be in a car, get covered.
Yeah,
Case of rain, case
yo,
shit
those
happens.
Wait,
jumps.
you're
like,
saying like
this
if
can
you
get you,
live
like,
in
3-4
a
miles.
city.
No. What I'm saying is
Nah,
if
you're
it
not
was
going
more
to
accept-
Scranton from here with one. of
No,
those
yeah, that's
jumps.
what I'm saying.
That would be
No, no, no.
hilarious.
Hold on. I'm saying if you're
81 North.
1 foot
fuck
at
outta
12, the
here.
other foot at 9.
Yo, why can't it? Oh, man, you would die for sure. I wish.
I don't think you make it.
81. Why can't it just
Yeah,
like
those
be the
roads
city
suck.
routes through there? Why can't it just be all like little city routes? That's what I'm saying. I don't feel that they're accepted.
Kylie.
Like they're a really good idea for
They're
every
good
other
at- if we have
crowded
a-
country, but
I
we're
think
like,
Scranton
no.
could do it, but no, Scranton City is so fucking separate. Like the bigger cities over here, half the cities over here, and then just people living is over
Yo,
here.
like
the
you can
college
drive.
is, like,
You,
all
listen,
weird.
you could drive.
way
We
out
could
there.
all
It's so fucking
drive.
weird, bro.
We could all drive one to here from where we live and maybe make it in what 20 minutes. Me 20 minutes from Nanacoke, and obviously I
You're the
wouldn't be on
quickest
81
route,
like a
yeah.
fucking daredevil. Like no. Like I would
Speed
drive
limit.
through, like go down Hanover. You know what I mean? And
If-
cut across.
It I'm only saying you wouldn't make it because the battery ain't gonna make it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But you can make it.
But
Why
yo,
not?
I think they would be a good.
I think you make it. I seen people walk that
Yo, there's
motherfucker.
some hills.
I wish those people walking had one. I'm promoting those guys. You need one of those. Then you can ride half the way and walk the rest. But if you had a badass battery or like 3 batteries on you, you'll make it to Scranton.
You'll make it there.
Hell yeah.
Don't get any.
Yeah.
See, now you got rechargeable batteries, which is fucking up the economy.
Oh dang!
Why is that?
You can't
Because
win.
that's what's
You
being
can't
mined
win.
from Africa is that cobalt, and the cobalt is what's in the lithium batteries that we use to. They're specifically for why we love rechargeable batteries.
Love 'em,
because
dude. I love
one,
my
you plug it in,
walkie-talkies,
fills the thing back
cell
up,
phones.
Almost the same as if it was 100%. When it says 100%, it's 100%. It is not dying quicker.
Oh, yeah.
That's
So you don't
that
have to
cobalt.
buy a lot less of them. Yeah.
So, and that's in everything.
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 dude.
People want to blame the phones. Oh, if you have an iPhone, you're committing to child slaves in Africa.
You are though.
Nigga, if you have a fucking PlayStation controller, if you have anything that recharges your fucking Juul, the stupid ass. You got one of those? That too. Stop playing. So the e-cigarettes, all of them shit, anything rechargeable,
Listen,
lithium.
if we can decrease the amount of kids that are busting their ass,
What?
then we're helping. Get off the iPhone. I'm not hating on the iPhone, only if we get.
Love the iPhone.
All right, whatever. And word up to Android. I love Android.
Yeah,
All
this-
right,
I
cool.
think
Let's keep
Android-
going.
I think Android likes to pride themselves on
I
having
don't know where we're
a
going.
bigger battery.
Go
Which
well.
means
We
hilarious.
might be millionaires. I don't know.
Listen, we got anything you want to add here? What time we got? 2? Yeah, it's 2:11. All right.
Yo,
Oh.
what you think about March
What?
Madness? Anybody watching March Madness?
Did they shoot the ball in?
Oh, you got jokes.
Did they block it?
Couple times.
How many threes?
So many.
So many threes?
You have like a
So
top
many
5
upsets.
questions. He brought up basketball. Top 5. Go with it.
Did
Nah,
they-
who cares? Dude, you wouldn't. There's no
Yeah, I
way
don't
you'd be
know.
able to predict. There's so many upsets you wouldn't even know. But I'm just saying, last
You
night
bet
I
on
watched-
it?
I understand people.
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
not
Why would
yet.
you bet on
I'm
that?
going to.
It's good
Going
you
to.
didn't.
No, 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 no.
Penn
like-
State over here.
No.
Penn State
I don't
over here
wanna
is
see-
having the
Dude,
sweats.
UConn is killing it. And I was going to pick UConn to win it. And I was
UConn
like,
Jack, baby.
whatever. Because the UConn dudes don't do it. I was going to bet on the UConn women, but I didn't do it either. I was just going to wait to the end.
Uh-huh.
UConn women are out. I can't believe that. They made it basically to the end.
You could bet on the women too?
Yeah.
Bet on
Oh,
everything. You
sweet.
Bet on everything.
You could bet on it.
You seriously
If
can
they,
bet on
whoever's
everything.
in the tournament, March Madness is for both.
I thought it was just, I guess, all college.
Not well. Not.
No?
I'll say this. Yeah, maybe it is open to because there's Division 1, Division 2, and there is Division 3.
Yeah,
but
so
I've never seen it like a division.
Playing basketball in college. Don't matter if you man or
Yeah, but I
female.
wonder what Division 3 does. I don't know, but Division
You
2
just
does,
twiddle his
and
fucking
1,
thumbs, right?
and it's just like they just cram like
They
a
just sit on
ridiculous
the
amount of games, quick tournament, in a small amount of time. Super fun, and I think you guys take it. And I wish that I did pick
He's gonna
boom,
lose.
boom, boom,
I hear
UConn.
he's talking about UConn, but all I hear is I'm going to lose money and be mad about it.
But I didn't put it in yet. I didn't put it in yet.
Oh, good. Yeah.
I'll think
It's
about it.
really hard to bet
I gotta
on
see
that
who's
shit.
gonna win
Think about it
tonight.
later.
Maybe we'll go watch.
I mean, I guess
what's
no,
gonna happen.
I guess
today.
that makes sense if you you just bet like after there's nobody left and it's like the top 8 people, and then I guess betting would make more sense. But
I do
just
not
to
have
go,
a mind
Think of
for
the people.
betting,
How the fuck can you guess who's gonna fucking win from the start?
You must know,
You know
a
what's-
lot.
You know what's funny
Like a
about
lot.
A lot.
Correct.
lot.
Other than
Of
randomly,
not professional teams, basically. You know what I mean? Like
You
that's
must
the
know
crazy thing.
college, like
Yeah.
what they look for, what
Right.
colleges have good records, or like what the
over the
co-
years, who's the new cats,
who
who's
they're
the old
talking
cats.
about, all that shit. Who's
Who's
brother?
nice.
Oh, you don't know? That's this guy's brother. Oh,
You got the
I didn't
cats.
know. He's so good.
You got
Sports
the
are like a
cats
cult.
that fucking just straight no, right?
Just no.
Then you got the cats that are just like random as fuck, like
Yeah,
and they
just
just make their
Eeny,
poll.
meeny, miny.
Yeah,
They
like,
also came. There was these 2 cats that came up with an algorithm to
Mm.
predict, which I have to check on because I can't remember where it's
that
at.
AI.
But
That
they
AI.
came up with some
Yeah, let me
AI,
ask AI.
But this thing like takes in all the percentages of like how many people are good
From
at
the
free
start.
throws, how many games they won, they lost, all the players. They puts all this math into it,
Fuck.
and it picked 2 cats that are gonna go on the end. Who's gonna win? I cannot remember what it was, but
Was it actually
it
a
comes
Wait a
up.
minute. Hold
right?
on, hold on. Is
Was
this
it
not
accurate?
more or less what the line is in betting? When you have to bet like whatever the fuck the line is, it's like, oh, this team's obviously in favor of this team, and this team's the other dog to this team.
It does defeat betting.
That's-
like to
that's-
know.
That's
everything.
already a
That's
thing.
the baby.
That's the
prediction.
baby, the baseline. Yeah.
This thing is just a straight up machine already picking it and saying this is what it is.
This guy will be the MVP.
Yeah, which could be completely wrong. I don't know how
I-
far it made
They'll
it.
get better at it.
It could learn. It
better
could
at
learn.
it.
But
I
that's the other thing.
downloaded
It's
the
learning.
AI
It's
app
learning.
the other day.
It's
I
always
never
learning.
even opened it yet.
Did you ask her to write you a
I haven't.
report,
It's called I
an
don't know.
essay?
Good. You
Oh,
remember?
Shakespeare.
If you're gonna
Listen.
ask, we'll start with it, but we'll start the next episode about it. If you're gonna
hold on.
ask AI anything,
What's wrong with you?
what would you ask? What's wrong with you, AI?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yo, what?
What's wrong with your haircut, bitch?
No, that's not what I would ask. I'm saying what's wrong with the person asking. Like, other than
What would you
outside
ask
of
AI?
fun.
Right, yeah, what are you talking
Outside
about?
Well,
of
look.
having fun, I'm like,
Yeah,
why
yeah,
the
not-
fuck
nothing-
am I asking? Like,
Nothing
I'm not,
serious. I just want to see what do you really know. You remember that old game? It's like 21 questions. It's like an old genie Akinator game where you would just ask this genie a bunch of questions.
Oh,
He
yeah,
would
yeah,
tell you who
yeah.
you're thinking about. I would fuck with it, right?
Yeah.
Nah, you got AI. Let's see if we could trick this fucking AI. Maybe we could.
People already are.
Oh
Can't
my
trick
God.
it?
People
Can't
are
trick it?
and people are doing exactly what you think they would do with it, where it's just the most inappropriate, misogynistic asshole computer. Like if people are
People
trying
are
to learn.
testing
No,
the
no, no,
fuck out
no.
of
There
it,
was
yeah.
one where like there were a lot of questions, like just like you're saying, like people talking back and forth,
Yeah.
and it evolved based on the questions that it had to answer, and that's what it turned into.
Oh, it's
It was like
okay.
a piece of shit.
Yeah,
like
it's
it was awful.
It's
because of
being
the people
refined
trolling
by,
it. Yeah, by
trolls.
certain
That's-
people. Yeah.
Fuck, that's
Yeah.
funny though.
Of course that happened. Like,
Of course,
that's what
yeah.
I'm
People
saying.
let that shit up.
Jokes and jokes and jokes.
You know what I think
and
is funny though?
Jokes and jokes and jokes and jokes.
jokes and
Spaghetti.
Yo, you remember we were talking about our first memories of using a computer were for school?
Oh my god.
Shouts to
Remember that?
Ema.
Remember we were talking
And
about
we're
that?
using the big old block.
Yeah, no. But listen,
Mac
course,
block.
of course, the AI's first objective was to write our essays for us.
Yo,
Yo, but what's crazy?
All right, I'm a creative.
Yo,
Yeah,
this
for that.
thing.
Write that essay
there-
for me, please, because-
it said for the AI, I guess recently, because it's always learning. Like, however much shit we want to talk about it today,
Yeah.
next week it's gonna be
Better and
Totally
better.
different. Totally different.
maybe not smarter, but have more information.
More refined, man. It's just
More
getting better and better.
sorta- I don't know. We'll see what happens. But
Sounded like
so
doubt.
far, like it's been able to do like the the bar to be a lawyer
Beats them. All of them.
has beaten
Dog.
more than with the score, with the
majority, yeah.
score that it gets. It's not getting hundreds.
Whatever that shit is called,
It's
the
not
bar
getting
score, the
hundreds,
lower score.
but it's better than like
This
70
nigga's-
or 80% of the
yeah,
cats
the
that
AI
took
is
it.
beating the majority
Like
of
he's
people who are
it's
currently lawyers.
beating it. It's not winning, but it's beating it. It's like
Consistently. So now it brings it down like you get a court case. You gonna hire a lawyer?
Yeah, we're talking about this now.
Or you
You're
just
funny.
just
gonna-
bring me my laptop.
Or you just gonna ask
Yo,
AI?
did you do it? Bring me my laptop.
Just be like,
No,
yo,
you're not asking for a lawyer to. They're like, yo,
Listen.
tell me, in the investigative room. You know what I mean? Yo, tell me.
just turn the
Tell me.
laptop.
Are you gonna fuck? Yeah, you'd be like, I'm not answering any more questions until I get my laptop.
What do you do now, laptop? Plead the fifth.
And he's like, and then asking, I'm like, typing.
What do we do
Hold
now,
on.
laptop?
The laptop.
Gives you your answer. But to me, it's like if you were to ask some like the equivalence of this is the newest update of Chat GPT 4. It's the newest one. They say it's like asking God a question, and it's gonna give you a fucking answer.
That's
You could ask this shit anything
weird.
in the fucking world.
Yeah, you absolutely could. But it's not gonna be the right answer.
But it could be. How you not know?
But it's not gonna.
How
be
tall is the
like-
Eiffel Tower? It's this tall. It's probably the right answer.
Oh yeah, well
But if you'd be
you-
like, how many people did it take to build that shit, and it give you that answer?
it'll give you an answer 100%
Give you a
of the
fucking
time.
documentary about it.
100% of the time. But is it always the correct answer?
They get weird. Here's how comedians got into it, and they try to see, does it politically lean? If you ask it to say anything good about Donald Trump, it won't do it.
Nice.
It'll say something weird.
I like
But if you ask it to say something mad about Joe Biden,
it's got a
it won't do it.
Oh,
No,
nice.
it'll only say good shit
All
about Joe
right.
Biden.
It says I can't compute, or I'm not allowed, or I'm not.
Dude, it'll just be like, Joe Biden's the fucking man. Probably the best president we ever had. Blah, blah, blah,
But
blah,
what about
blah.
Trump?
And they'll say, Trump, the world hates Trump for what he says, and he hates women and stuff like that. It'll be like,
Ooh.
that's a false narrative.
I wonder.
You understand what I'm saying? To
Yeah,
say
yeah.
those two things, you're an AI program. You're not saying anything good. Like you just-
have a bias.
you have a
wonder-
bias
yeah,
here.
that's a weird thing.
Okay, you have a wild bias, and it's up to it's either the trolls that are refining it to continue this bias, or the people who program the AI to have these keywords and hashtags and all this fucking shit.
There's regulators, so.
Exactly, this regulators,
Moderators.
So who's-
moderators, exactly.
Yeah, but they
Are
gotta chase
the
everything
bias?
down. They gotta chase everything down.
Say what you will about Donald Trump. How come it didn't say anything about his life before the presidency? That's what makes it funny with the AI. You're like,
He was in Home
tell
Alone.
me something about Donald Trump. They'll be like, it's just shitty
a-
president. Like,
It's supposed to be just
new, just
not
just,
a machine, but a shit ton of machines
yeah,
gathering a shit
learning
ton of
and listening.
information. Yeah, and just
Yeah.
spitting it out. Like you'd
Yeah,
be like,
yeah.
"What is today?" And it'll be like, "Today's Monday," but actually today's Sunday. But
So-
it's just like, here's an answer.
Hold on, maybe it's not bias, but maybe it's just what the world thinks the majority of.
But it's still monitored.
You know what I mean? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. Like
Monitored,
basically,
though.
its definition.
It's
of things
just a
changed
reflection
over
of
time.
us.
Yeah.
This is
so-
what
Oh,
the
yeah,
majority
but-
of us
but-
think.
but,
so,
like,
like it changed the
Here-
definition
and
of
which
things,
would be
yeah.
my next question. What if you got, we'll just say 100.
100 what?
100 people to ask the same question at the same time on that application.
Uh-huh.
Let me see how many get the same answer or a different answer.
They get different answers. Same thing though. But the AI
Same question.
the AI is telling it to them, not with the same words they
so
told the
one
last
will be
person.
like Hitler, one will be like God, one will be like
What are you asking?
Biden,
You could
one
be
will
like-
yeah, that's the thing. Like, what's
Like,
the question?
what
it's
started
a
the fucking World War II, right? And
How
then
many-
it would answer that question every time.
What's the percentage that they're all the same, and what's the percentage that they're
It'll
all
probably
right?
tell you the same facts, but it won't tell it to you in the same
I
order.
don't know.
I'm
Yo,
telling you. What do you
fucking
mean? Don't
dude.
know.
It's fucked up, bro. You haven't tried it on 100.
This is the
computers.
newest one.
Dude,
They're all
I've been trying
weird,
them.
bro. You gotta wait. They just came out.
You could be like, yo, if
fucked
somebody calls my job, AI, pick up the phone and say these things. And if they say this, say this. If they say this, say this. If they say this, say this. And
that
then
is the
you
troll's
never have to
paradise
do a
to
fucking
change
job.
things like that.
They just do it for you.
So
Boom.
you believe that all the answers? Well, you just said they're not gonna be the same.
Because it's
They're gonna
learning.
be different.
It's
It'll be
learning.
like, give them a greeting. After the greeting, ask what the fuck they
And
want.
is that based off of? So let's just say.
And the greeting will be like, "Good morning, sir." Next person will be like, "Howdy do, sir." It's just a greeting. You know what I'm saying? It's like I say exactly.
Everybody does it from their home on a laptop.
Everybody, you're
from
saying.
Google
You do it for
Chrome.
anything, buddy.
Okay.
You do it
No,
for anything.
no. I'm saying I'm
Go ahead.
making the the what do you call that when you have if you have a whole bunch of experience, but you have the control.
Right.
This is the control. My bad. I'm making the control. This
I
is
get
the
what you're saying.
control.
Yeah.
Let's just say there's 100 people. They all use Google avidly. They're using Google Chrome. As we know, if you let them Google in your life, they bring up all your shit. If you Facebook, whatever the fuck, it's gonna bring all kinds of stuff to you. It's gonna pick your prefer. So now you're doing it through that,
I hear what you're saying.
asking the question. Now it's taking in consideration of how
That's what you-
all these
yeah.
people think differently on average through the algorithm of
Yeah.
what they've been regularly searching or listening to or whatever the fuck. What is this fucking thing gonna say? Is it gonna cater to all of them?
That's what I was gonna say. Is it saying something you want to hear,
Or
or is
it
it
gonna
telling
give the
you
truth?
Just truth. And I think it's AI, so it's not like look.
I think AI would be good as like a future teacher if it's used correctly.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I think
just
having an
certain
AI
things
run
you
a
could
classroom
ask it to
would
be
be fine.
awesome. Like if I say like, yo,
Sorry, teachers, but
And it's
why
like-
not?
got
If it's
like a
right, you
claw
know
and
what I
it's
mean?
like,
Does that
"Get
make sense?
outta here."
Hey.
Like if you're using it like like how we use Google and everything that is in that AI is truthful about
You need a
information.
person to teach
No,
people.
whatever. I guess there's
For
an
kid-
aspect.
for
to
that's
that.
the
children.
yeah the
For
argument.
children.
Yeah.
I
I'm
guess,
not trying
for
to
sake
get
of
there.
argument.
But what I'm
anyway.
saying is like AI could definitely do that. Like if it was correct.
Yeah.
So like if
It
you're like
could.
teach first grade and you put everything into this AI that you want first graders to know and you give it like a curriculum, it's
Yep.
gonna do that.
Yep.
Maybe
People
for,
do that.
Maybe for a substitute teacher.
He's like, there needs to be effort and love, Marcus.
gotta
Don't
be
do
human.
this to me.
Talk
Maybe
to
on
Don't do
humans.
this.
Maybe on TV day
Our kids
we'll
are
bring in the
fucked
fucking.
up from just being on computers from
Nah,
COVID.
the
still.
kids are fucking up the teachers, bro. Teachers
Oh,
don't want to do that
kids- oh,
shit.
they're
Put a fucking
shooting.
Iron Man in the goddamn classroom. See, to
I was
fuck up
thinking
the
more
Iron Man.
holograms. Yo, I was honestly thinking
They got hologram.
if there was an AI that taught you, they'd just have like the 4 holograms in the corners, and the teacher would be like, do you know how they do?
No.
No, you know how they do fucking concerts?
yeah,
Where they'll
yeah,
have
the
somebody
Tupac
where
concert, the
they make
Biggie
it?
concert.
That's,
Yeah, yeah.
To me, that is an acceptable way to teach people.
Would you want your children to not go to school, be involved with other children, and have?
Oh
and
no,
there's
they
two
still
parts-
go
they're
to
in
school together.
school.
No, they're in school, bro.
Oh, so all
Yeah.
these kids are around. I was gonna
They're
say
all-
two
the
parts. Just the
teacher is a
aliens or
hologram.
go
Yeah,
to school. Now in school.
The teacher
They're in
is a
school.
hologram.
They're in school all together, but it's a
Who?
hologram.
Okay, so
teaching
when
them.
a kid wiles the fuck out, what's the hologram gonna? When the kid want a hug, when the kid's like, for no,
And the
I don't
teacher's
know,
like,
you're
the teacher's like, I can't hug you
It is-
because sexual harassment and I get sued, so I can't touch you anyways.
this was the only.
I can't even
answer.
call you a he or a she. I might get fired for that shit. So fuck that.
Kids
I think that would be
today,
cool though.
man.
I think that'd be cool.
I think it would be cool.
Like even if there
I'd be
was
like,
a teacher there
hey
too, it'd be
kids,
so cool for
today
an
we're
AI.
gonna do some science.
Maybe
and we got-
college.
Today
Maybe
we
college.
got for like 15 minutes. We got Bill Nye the Science Guy here. Boom, and he's in your class.
There he is.
That'd be
right there.
awesome.
He disappears.
But you don't want Bill Nye saying like,
Come on, let me
as a
hug you.
hologram, being like, all right, put the chemical with the chemical. And
I don't want Bill Nye hugging my kids either, nigga. I don't want that nigga touching
Why?
none of
He's
my
cool.
butt.
Yo, why do you need? Hold on, no.
He's
Hold on,
a
hold on.
dork,
Yo,
bro.
stop.
He's a
Bill
nerd.
Nye?
How
Bill
much
Nye's
money
a
would you save?
nerd,
No,
bro.
I'm encouraging my daughter to be a nerd.
How
So
much
I wish
money?
I was a nerd.
Go find a basement dwelling nerd and see if you want this nigga to hug your kid. Go
He
find.
helped raise
yeah,
you.
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
helped raise
yeah,
you.
he got a bow tie on.
You
Get the
love
fuck out of
science.
here.
Science rules.
Yeah, you find me a basement dwelling science nerd and you say, you want to hug my kid? Fuck no.
When is he dwelling in the basement?
What else are they doing?
I don't know.
Bill Nye, though. He ain't in no basement.
And no, you
Yeah, what are you gonna
no,
do?
You wouldn't even need the chemicals for him to do a fucking experiment. He'd appear and it would be
YouTube,
like,
baby.
you add this to
How
this.
the
and
fuck? Then that's even worse.
Why is that worse?
Because
They
why?
still
Your
gotta do the
kids aren't even
experiment?
there. They don't even know. That's again. You take hologram looks cool, but you might if you're not gonna really physically do it with them, just put the shit on the TV.
That's what I was gonna say. Is YouTube?
The fuck out of here,
That's what
man.
YouTube is doing.
Kid,
People learn on YouTube already. Same way.
some kids can handle that
You can learn
shit,
crazy shit.
but a lot of kids, they
They got ADD or whatever the fuck that shit is called.
They
ADHD,
need somebody in the
Oh.
flesh.
All of the above.
All the
of these things.
first few letters. ADD,
And would
ABCD.
you prefer that when we were kids? Would you have preferred?
Yeah, I thought
that?
school was a joke, so please make these niggas a hologram and
Nah,
speed this shit up.
that would have been even. That would have
Speed
been even
this shit
worse.
up, bro.
Make it
would've
less
been-
human.
It would have
Fuck
made
yeah.
it would have made it even easier for the dip.
Dog, I would read the book they gave me. They gave everybody a textbook. This is what they do in school.
You throw it at the TV.
No, they be like, we're gonna read this
You'd be
chapter.
like, fuck
Anarchy.
I'll see you next week. TV.
He's so bad. Why does he think like that? Who acts like
'Cause
that?
I know.
Fuck this
I
AI.
know.
Fuck this AI. It's like, whoa, dude.
I know.
You're trying to teach me quickly?
You think I wasn't sneaky, nigga? Get
Yo,
the
you gonna
fuck-
beat Bill Nye's ass if he's a hologram?
No.
If Bill Nye was like, I'm trying to teach
Bill
you.
Nye.
Hell no!
If they were like,
Get the fuck
as
out of
as
here.
a kid, as an adult as well, no. But as a kid, if I saw that, I'd be like, that might be the only class I stay in.
I'd be like, get me out
Bill
of here.
Nye said shit. I'll be like, you said so many cool things.
Are you blowing something up or what? I'm out, bro. I don't give a fuck. You want to know what the moon does to the water? I don't give a
Yeah, yeah.
fuck what the
Yeah,
moon
yeah,
does.
no,
Am
no,
I a
no.
pirate,
You
nigga?
need to
Am I a
know.
fucking pirate? I don't
need
give
to
a
know.
I'm in third grade. I don't give a
The
fuck about this.
tides.
Start
The
teaching me how to make money.
tides.
Teach me how to make some
The
bread.
undertow. You're gonna get sucked. You're done. You're done.
Teach
in
me
the
about the
sea.
stock market.
You're done.
You teach me
Wow,
about
That's
what
not
the
his job.
moon do.
Why does he have to do that? I
Teach me
bet he
about
knows about the
alternators.
stock market too.
Teach me about alternate.
That's
me
not
about
his,
alternators.
that's not his lane.
Listen, I don't give a
That's not
fuck
his
about
lane.
space.
He'll
nigga.
teach you about an
me-
alternator like
Listen.
you wouldn't believe.
No, he wouldn't.
Yes, he would. That's
Tell me about-
science.
Tell me about the
That's how the
stars and
alternate-
shit.
He'll tell you that too. He doesn't
Motherfucker.
just do plain. What the fuck? You barely watch Bill Nye. I'm mad now. You barely watch Bill Nye.
I don't. I
He
see Bill
showed
Nye. I see
you
Bill Nye and I'm
everything.
like, I'm not watching this
knows.
shit.
Did you hear him? He said something bad about Bill Nye, this motherfucker.
What is wrong?
Bill Nye, the science
Me
guy.
and this guy.
And then you were
they
like,
used to
yeah.
show this shit in school.
Bill. You guys
Yo.
are like, Bill.
Legit.
Yes.
I don't know about that.
I'm like, man, turn this shit off.
Maybe on
And
a
then
good
our
day.
teacher be like, let's do that same exact experiment. And I'd be like,
He's like, no, but before we do the experiment, everybody ready for a song? Bill Nye, Bill.
how good is that song though?
15 minutes of your class gone singing.
Oh my
I didn't learn a goddamn thing.
We worked out. And Bill said working out is good for the body.
I bet you still got a C.
In science? In science?
Bill Nye ain't teaching shit.
Oh my.
Yeah, I told you, don't touch his Bill Nye.
So when Bill Nye was aired on TV, everybody should have got A's in science.
truth.
No.
Exactly.
Or at least thought it was interesting.
The people that took it in learned a lot. The people that didn't know about some shit got into the shit.
Into that shit.
The cats that didn't give a fuck that want to throw their shit at Bill Nye.
Listen,
Although I'll say you're a knowledgeable person.
the last time, yeah, I just didn't get it from Bill
But
Nye.
you didn't learn it back in the day. You also younger than us,
Bill
but
Nye
that's not
facts.
the point.
Now we had Bill. My classroom did Bill. We did all that shit.
God damn.
I think I learned more from the grammar schoolhouse rocks niggas though.
I'm just a Bill.
No, that shit's key, bro. On Capitol Hill.
What's the other one?
We gotta get out of here.
Conjunction, junction.
What's your function?
Yeah.
No, they all fire,
This is
bro.
what we're reduced to.
And
Even
that
though-
shit's older than Bill Nye, yo.